Did you guys not hear anything?
I heard everything.
We heard it.
Okay, well, fucking A. I didn't hear that, but cool. Well, let's kick this off then. All right, what's up, everybody watching this now, which is nobody, but for people watching the recording, what's up, everybody? And we hope to get some people coming in right now, but we're live on Cali Death Podcast Twitch channel right now. I'm here. I'm Joseph from Cali Death Podcast. I'm here with Kyle Chapman of Aethereus, Alex Basie of Ominous Ruin, and Peter Oplaka, right? Oplaka of Illucinus. And we are kicking off the Shredding the Virus 2022 tour in just under 2 weeks, about like 10 days, 9 days or so. Is that right, or am I?
15 days actually. We're close.
We're hitting the.
Yeah.
I'm personally driving up starting 2 weeks from today.
11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, I think we're all going up on Tuesday. Or is it Wednesday? We're
leaving
going up
Tuesday.
on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 15 guys leave.
Yeah.
I got confused because I'm heading out in 10 days to go play Chicago Domination Fest.
Oh.
And I'm counting that as the start of like my tour, but that's like another tour before this one. So
we drive up together from OC to meet everyone in San Jose, and then we drive all the way up north. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. But fuck yeah, and excited. This is the first show I've done on the channel, which I hope to continue as like kind of a sideshow. You know, all of us Cali Death hosts have our own stuff going on. Casey's kind of taking the lead and starting to interview people on his own with some other guests, and
Nice.
I'm kind of hopping in here with a very personal set of interviews today. So yeah, dude, we just want to kind of hype the tour. Let's start with kind of where we're going. So does someone want to just kind of describe the route, and maybe I'll pull up the flyer while we do that. So
I think it'd only be fitting if Kyle did it, right?
Yeah.
One moment. Let me get into my stupid phone and everything in there.
We should also clarify why it's called Shredding the Virus, right?
Yes.
Like kind of how we got to that. Yeah.
Do you remember? Because I don't.
Wasn't it because we had to have, or we wanted it to have like a US in there somewhere because all the bands are us? Yeah.
That was it. Dan and I were up late one night, like, we gotta hash this out. Like, we're all tech death bands. We all have us in the name. It's a Western US tour.
Yeah.
And just Delirium spit out Shredding the Virus, because let's be honest, it's a fucking shred fest.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
All
It's
right.
gonna be sick. It fits.
Yeah. So where are we headed? Well, August 4th, we're going to be in Tacoma, Washington. August 6th, we're going to be in Seattle, Washington. 7th, we're going to be in Idaho Falls. 8th, we're going to be in Salt Lake City. The 9th, we're going to be in Denver. 10th, we're going to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And the 11th will be in Fort Worth, Texas. The 13th will be in San Antonio, Texas. 14th will be in El Paso, Texas. 15th will be in Phoenix. And 16th will be in Long Beach, California. 17th in Sacramento. The 18th will be in Reno, Nevada. And then we'll be ending it off in Cupertino on the 19th.
Yeah.
hell yeah. And it's cool that we're starting in hometown of Aethereus and finishing in the hometown of Ominous Ruin and Illucinus. So
Yeah. It's going to be sweet. I'm excited.
works out like that.
I'm actually happy. The last time we rolled through there was in 2019 when we were with Odious Construct. I think we hit Sacramento and San Jose. I honestly don't remember because that was the middle of that record-breaking winter, so it's all a bit of a blur to me. But we only had, like a few stops there, and it was freezing cold, so we had a bunch of people come out for the most part, but it was still, I think, not as lit as it would have been if it was in the summer. So it's fun.
Gotcha.
That was the time you guys crashed at our house, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, when we were RV, because our van broke down, and then our RV broke down. This is a backup RV that we actually, so we an off date in Vegas, and as we're getting closer to our hotel, Vance is driving that time, and he's like, dude, something's wrong, and like it's not accelerating. I don't know what the fuck's going on. We're like, ah, shit, cool. So we off, and then it just won't even start anymore. So we're like, okay, cool. So we're at some weird rest stop just outside of Vegas, and you can see lights and shit from the casino and everything. We're like, oh god, we're almost there. So I called them, like, oh yeah, we won't be able to bring a replacement out until like tomorrow morning. So you guys are just gonna have to sleep there for the night. And it's like, okay, cool, whatever. So we wake up the next day. The dude comes to drop off the new RV. Someone stole his trailer hitch, so he wasn't able to take ours away. And he's like, I'll be back for it. And so while he was gone, though, we're looking over the new one, and we find like the latches and the locks and shit are broken, and like the table's all wobbly on the inside. And we're like, nah, fuck this. So we break out the screwdrivers, and we took like the table, the latches, everything from the old one, and put it into the new one, and then just switched them out and drove away.
Sick.
Nice.
Worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Way safer.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so in a kind of Cali Death style, we like to just get a little kind of like story of the bands that we have on. So maybe we'll start with Aethereus. We've done an Ominous Ruin episode. We can kind of like cover the broad strokes of that, and maybe kind of an update on what's going on with our status on the tour. But
Sure.
Let's start with Aethereus and kind of who you guys are, and kind of what your goals are specifically with this tour and your latest, releases and all that. And then we can move over to Illucinus and talk about the same for them. But yeah,
Sure.
Kyle, take it away for a minute.
Okay. So, I mean, Aethereus, we're kind of a ugly, dissonant, proggy turd in the Artisan Era Punch Bowl. I think like we first released an EP back in 2016 that basically came out of Ben and I had been in a band together called Sacramento. That was, we played shows for a little bit. Then we just had the issue every death metal band has where we can't find a drummer. And, we're a bunch of teenagers. So how are we going to find an actual good drummer? We were still jamming, hanging out. I've known Ben since I was 13. So like we've been playing together for more than half our lives at this point. And we got together eventually after we released all the Sick Hair stuff. We like recorded it and used Drum Kit from Hell to just put out an album of some sort. And some people were like, oh, it's sick. You guys are playing again. Awesome. And we're like, not really, but sure. But then we kind of got thinking, we're like, what? Shit, let's maybe fire this back up but do it for real this time. Actually learn how to write some songs, not just be a bunch of idiots. So we put out an EP called Aethereus, and it was a 3-song EP. It was just straight up tech death, super intense, kind of like Necrophagist, Spawn of Possession inspired stuff. And we were, after the came out, a few months later, our bass player passed away. And that was kind of like right when our drummer had joined. Matt had moved out from Ohio. And it's like, wow, this is just a weird whirlwind of awful situations and serendipity, I guess, because, we're going to try and keep band going now just to honor our friend. And that's what our whole album Absentia, our Artisan Era debut, was about. It was just Sean and I had been like the main writing force together. So most of that was just songs him and I had been working on for a while. And then we ended up writing a few with the band once we got Scott and Vance in the cut. But that's what that one was. So it was just a very kind of dark, depressing album that was kind of cathartic, it was like working through mourning. And that's been a big theme for this band. So, skip, 3.5 years later, our newest album came out earlier this year, Light, which is first suffering. And it's a very apt title because recording that album was fucking miserable. Very trying, the pandemic didn't help, obviously, because I started writing that one like 3 months before Adventure came out. And then we just, we cataloged some riffs and songs that would go on. And then we finally got into like, all right, we're recording now. We're ready to record. Everyone knows the songs. And then the lockdown's hit. And it's like, okay, cool. I guess we can't see anyone now for a year. So we'll figure this shit out later. But it was a kind of a brutal album that's very much, it's, coded in sci-fi metaphor and shit, but it's mostly just talking about deteriorating mental health and sort of that, very negative self-image and perception of yourself and your self-worth. And it's very nihilistic, which is the core of our music. And it's also very ugly, which is something that we kind of strive to do with our music. I don't like the kind of typical pedal point. We love Necrophagist and Epitaph tech death. I like to go more the gore guts route, rub a little dirt in it, make it kind of gross and ugly. And that's kind of what we do. So it's not locked to a grid as much, like we try to be on point. Obviously we record to a metronome, but it's a little more loose, a little more, just not as refined, I guess. And I think it's appropriate for the music, but I think with this tour, we're touring with 2 bands that just fucking rip at an insanely high level, and bands that are made up of people that we all like, which is another plus. And I don't know. I think everyone's been kind of itching for, the last 2.5, 3 years to get back out there and hit the road. And, we all have new music and stuff that we've worked on that we've released over the last few years and haven't been able to play live. So I think just kind of like everyone, I'm ready to get out there, show everyone what we've worked on and released, and hopefully get some new fans, hopefully have some fun shows, maybe not have to sleep in the van the entire time. We'll see.
Hell yeah. Well, I, for one, am very stoked to be sharing the stage with you. And to that, I might add, I am going to be playing drums for Ominous Ruin on this tour. I have mentioned that multiple times on the pod, on previous episodes, but just to make it clear. So,
but I'm here now, right? So you might as well say it again. Is that what it is? All right.
Cover your base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, dude, I'm very stoked, Kyle. Your band is fucking sick, and it's going to be very sick to see you guys every night and hang out in between, and just
all you guys
as it happens. So, all right, sick, dude. Alex, what's going on with Ominous, and what does this tour mean?
Go to Petr first.
Petr first. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Fine. Well, yeah. So I guess I'm kind of the founder of Illucinus. Started out, before we were old enough to drive, even parents used to drive us to shows, stand outside the bar until we could play, and then get kicked out. It's good times. We played a handful of shows, opened for some big names, and then some of us went off to college. Our original drummer decided he didn't want to play death metal anymore, and he doesn't. Still one of the most incredible drummers I've ever met. Daniel Larson. He's the drummer of Sea in the Sky now. Funny, actually, also Cameron Stuckey, the other guitar player of Illucinus, is also in Sea in the Sky. Anyways, we just wanted to be fast and brutal, man. Like, we grew up listening to thrash, 80s thrash, and all-time favorite band Pantera, and then Metallica, everything else. We just want to play loud and fast. The first time around we hit it, we didn't really know shit about the business end, so we just kind of wanted to play shows, and we thought that was gonna work out like it was the 80s. But anyways, some members moved across the country for school, and we all ended up doing other projects, and we always knew that one day we would get this one back together and really, really hit it the right way. And, the time has come. It's crazy. Like, personally, I didn't even play music for a handful of years after my dad passed away. Kind of went into a black hole for a while. But, after that, I was asked to join Enigma, got back into the scene, and, that turned into reconnecting with Alex over here. He asked me if I might want to play guitar for Ominous Ruin, and that's how I started playing guitar again. And it was a tough road. I had to relearn pretty much everything, but that's what enabled me to get Illucinus going again. And I got to watch Alex record and mix and master the amidst the voices that echo in stone, and gave me a lot of it. Inspired me to attempt to do that myself, and I guess it worked out.
Yeah, you have a quality product now, right? I mean, and you're only learning more every day. So
yeah, so just super grateful to be here. This album specifically, like it kind of burned away at my soul for a number of years. For us even, not that we expected anybody else to give a shit about the music, but for me, I needed to be able to hear it the way we intended it to be. And just to have that now, it's a huge weight off of my chest, almost 15 years after we wrote the music.
Awesome.
And fuck, man, the response has been overwhelming, to say the least.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. I listen to The Machine. That's the name of the EP. Oh, shit. Oh.
There it is.
That started without prompt. All right. Instead of me talking about it, let's just play this, okay?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, here it goes.
Dude,
God damn, bro.
fucking monster.
I think that was Joel that said pick tapping is a lost art. He's hella right.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I mean, that was definitely a relic of the era for sure. That was
Yeah.
that was the second song we wrote ever.
That's sick.
That was so dope.
Those sweeps in there, those are the first sweeps I ever learned, and I practiced it so much. It's like I'm just gonna put this shit in a song. But I recorded and mixed and did that video today before the show and finished it about 10 minutes before we went live.
Nice.
Well, 18 people are live watching, which is
Woo!
probably about an average show on this tour for us. So
Nice. There we go.
that's a great audience for right now. So I'm stoked.
Wishful thinking right there.
I see the comments, man. Thank you guys. Like a lot of people calling out, like people who really inspired this album. I see Aeon. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love the story of the band. I have projects I'm sitting on from around the same time, like 2009, 10, 11, 12. I was in various projects that never finished what we had worked on. And I'm like kind of the curator of it, slowly producing it and hoping to release it. So you guys inspired me in, the idea that there's not like, because I was talking to other people and, they were like, sometimes you just got to move past it and just like move on. And I'm just like, no, dude, this music is good. Like I want people to hear it. And I can totally relate to that. So,
yeah.
Do it.
I feel like we've all had somebody at one point in time tell us like if it takes you more than like a month to write a song or something, move on. You're like, I don't think we're in it for that reason.
Yeah,
fuck those people.
Yeah, I can think of a couple people in particular. I'm not going to call names out, but I'm just like, I'm not here to make pop music and get famous off of this shit. I'd rather just write a sick song that everyone likes. Right?
It's funny because I know who you're talking about.
We've had many conversations about this shit.
Yeah, I'm with you guys, man. I feel like Ed and I have talked about this a lot. It's like if there are a lot of people. Oh, am I waiting for him? I'll wait.
Oh,
for
no,
him.
I don't think so. I think he's just.
No, I'll just be
Oh.
right back.
Okay. But no, we took I think 3.5 years between albums, and honestly, that was just because when we finished Absentia, I was like, I need to write something else because I personally the emotion attached to this album. I know people love it, and I love a lot of it, but overall, it's not a good time. But I think for me, like probably for you guys, like I'm gonna write a song, and if it takes months, cool. If it takes a few years, cool. I'm gonna say shit when I actually have something to say. I don't like the idea that no, I need to constantly putting stuff out there so I can play the algorithm so that I'm gonna make sure that my Spotify numbers up. It's like that's not why I make music. If any of us wanted to make money at this, we would not be playing the music that we play. So
yeah, 100%. And I mean, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me why you would I don't know, just try to play the machine. You should play the machine on Spotify, but not,
Don't be a part of the machine. Though.
Yes.
Severed or severed? Because it's spelled weird. You're right.
Wait,
Severed
oh,
Records, right?
Severed, I believe.
Severed.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it is supposed to be a play on Severed.
That's what I thought. I just wasn't sure. I was like, I'm gonna butcher it and sound like a fucking idiot. So
to be honest, I don't know if I'm saying it right. But they're the homies, man. So
hell yeah.
Or I should say, Barrett. He's a solo studio or solo label.
Nice. Where's he based out of?
Rochester, New York. He's been at it since the 90s, man. He actually used to his roommate back then was the drummer from Darkest Hour, and that was actually the first band that he like printed and helped out and started his whole label.
That's sick.
Awesome.
So,
Cool guy.
I was texting to bring a drink.
So now, Alex, just maybe kind of update on Ominous. So last time we had you on the pod, the band was like episode 13 or episode 11, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
We'll have to get the other guys on at some point. Can you hear me?
I'm getting some lag
I can
on
hear
my
you.
side.
Joseph's. He's glitching.
Yeah, I think it's just Joseph.
My hotel
I'm
Wi-Fi
glitching out a little bit over here.
My fucking forest Wi-Fi is doing all right.
Yeah, sorry. It's prime time in the studio, so a bunch of people on their phones.
All good. Well,
take it away. Take it away.
Yeah, we'll have to get the other guys back on at some point. I mean, Adam is so hard to get a hold of sometimes, and Mitch is, offline for as long as Mitch wants to be offline, but it's fine. And I think Joel's going to hop on at some point. But no, we have like 2/3 of our next album written. I'm dying to get moved into my new place so that I can actually be in a comfort zone to write stuff and finish this album. I've been living in a hotel for the past 6 weeks now. It's been pretty sweet. I can give you a full tour of this one. It's the same as every other one I'm in, but yeah. I'm moving to San Diego, and unfortunately going to be a little bit distance away from everyone, but I'm going to have my own home studio set up and everything, and it's going to be sick. We're planning on having our next album out by April, which means we probably have to have it finished recorded by, I would imagine, January. So yeah, so we're trying to just push toward that, and then that way the goal is to have like something set up for a tour for next year in May. Well, no matter what it is, we just want to do that. So
hell
yeah. I do want to echo a lot of sentiments that you guys have said already. Like Kyle, you were talking about how just the music that you wrote is very like I don't know, you're talking about how it's very like self-loathing and kind of dark and has a lot of I guess misanthropy to it, right? I mean, I think we all kind of relate to that, especially my vocalist Adam writes a lot of things in that regard, and I fucking love it. And I'll share the lyrics with you guys at some point. I know Petr's seen them before, but yeah, and I feel like a lot of us, we come from sort of like a necrophagisty background, how you were talking about, and like, but that style is sort of overplayed. I got a lot of people even recently telling me like, it sounds like Onset of Putrefaction, our last album. And I was like, well, that's flattering. That's really awesome, but that's not what I was going for. So
Right.
I think my next album sounds a lot more dissonant and sort of chaotic and embodies a lot more of that sort of self-loathing internal chaos that I think we all try to depict. And I mean, Petr and I have talked about this a bunch, and we're planning on starting a side punk project called Everything is Chaos.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yes.
But life in general is just chaos, right? And that's just, it shows in the music that we play. And again, just kind of another reason why I don't really want to be a part of the mainstream bullshit, because it's like, I don't know, a lot of times people see music as flowery and bright and upbringing, and I don't mean to get off on a huge tangent here, but I think everyone in metal knows, like, you know, we all have problems to face, and like, this is how we kind of deal with it, and we all kind of share like a brotherhood and a bond over metal, right? And just I don't know, that's like my favorite shit. So yeah, I appreciate hearing both of you guys kind of say the same thing. So yeah,
I mean, for me, man, it's like, it has always been like a very like primal, visceral art form, death metal. Like, it's not, I don't think any of us are inherently negative people. I don't think any of us are like, you know, but for me personally, like, hearing bands that are willing to actually kind of bear themselves a little bit when in their writing, whether it's musically, lyrically, it's kind of refreshing. Like, you know, I love sci-fi and H.P. Lovecraft just as much as the next person, but at a certain point, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to bring it home in a way that's not so like, you know, on the nose and cliche, but it's still like somewhat relatable. And I think, like you said, the world is kind of chaos right now. And for me, like, death metal always tends to thrive when it's really like straddling that chaos and harnessing it. You know, like, I love, and I don't mean to sound like an asshole and be like, oh, I hate modern tech death. There's plenty of modern tech death. Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But for me, like, the stuff that really like gets me excited is when I hear bands that are embracing more of like that kind of dissonant, rough sound. It doesn't sound like a glorified guitar profile, you know? Like,
well, I heard you say
real.
Right. I heard you say gore guts, and that was one of the first things that popped to mind, right? Ulcerate, things like that. That's what I'm like ultimately really trying to maybe pull it back from ulcerate a little bit, because it seems like they're a little bit more noisy than I want to be. But you know, in general, right? Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like sick tech death out there that
you don't like Portal?
But yeah, right. But you know, it's a little harder to listen to. That's all I'm just saying.
You know, it's funny. Like, so Scott, our bass player,
the Crawling Chaos
loves power metal. That is like his thing. So like Sabaton is his jams. Him and I, we have certain points of convergence where it's like, oh yeah, we both are like, this is fucking sick. And then like the stuff that we are like personally really into are complete polar opposites. I'm like, I love, you know, fucking Guts and Ulcerate and, you know, fucking Thexus and Portal. Honestly, it started off as like ironic, but kind of like, yeah, no, this is sick. It's controlled chaos, and it's it's ugly music for ugly people. And Scott's like Blind Guardian, Sabaton, and you know, it sounds like Les Mis, and it's like, okay, cool, you know, not a thing, but sure, you know, we can jam out to 3 Inches of Blood and hang out and still be friends.
There you go. And at the end of the day, right, like I was talking to somebody else about this the other day too. Again, not to tangent off, but like, you know, just because our taste in music is a slight bit different doesn't mean that we should ever like disown or disrespect another person, because I feel like there's been a lot of that going on too. We can get into that shit later, but that's also what, kind of
that's what like killed the whole Bay Area scene over the last 15 years. Like, you know, there's like this big rivalry between the hardcore kids and the metalheads, and like anybody that's not like super up on like what these subgenres even mean just thinks we're all fucking metalheads anyway. So like we all get banned. We can't play shows. Nobody goes to shows because the metalheads and the fucking hardcore kids are fighting each other.
Right.
So like, can we all just fucking just have some fun and just remember that the point of this is to be joyful and fucking experience life
and deal with it in this sort of way. So I got to give a shout out to the Crawling Chaos. I didn't realize that was Travis. So Travis from that giant Facebook sharing group. Yeah, he's like the main admin. That guy does shit. Yeah, he shared all of our shit. Travis, not sure.
I've always been afraid to ask if that's actually his last name, like, and we're just like mispronouncing it.
I know his last name, and I almost gave it away, and apparently that was a mistake. So I won't say it, but
I'll just ask. I'm too embarrassed to ask. It's like,
yeah.
your last name, or is it something else?
So yeah, right. I also kind of want to say, I mean, we should go back to the history between me and Petr and Ominous and all that stuff too. I mean, we should just talk about it because I don't know if it's ever been really like brought out in the open. I mean, we've settled all we had to do mano a mano, obviously, and it wasn't that bad. But
it's funny because I kind of had the same thought. Like I had no idea this was coming, but I kind of woke up to find out that Metal Injection did a fucking article on us this morning, and
Austin Weber, dude, he's the shit.
Yeah. I was super stoked on like how respectful they were about like my departure from Ominous Ruin. They're like, we don't know why, we're not going to speculate, and like I don't know, it was super chill, and it made me want to tell the story. So
yeah, I didn't see that part, but yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know if you want to go ahead. Fuck it.
I mean, sure, fucking. Like I said earlier, like fucking Basie kind of asked me to play with Ominous Ruin. Just going out on a limb, we talked about the fact that I would have to relearn how to play guitar and everything. And I had a lot going on in my life. It was one of the most brutal times of my life. And it was just going to be difficult for me. So, about a year and a half after I had begun that journey, we started filming playthroughs and recording the album. And I was having a pretty difficult time, I'm not going to lie. And, that was pretty frustrating for the rest of the band. So, I just didn't make the timeline. Like I said, I struggled a little bit, and we decided to part ways, and it was nothing hostile. Like we're all homies. Alex and I share a studio to this day. We're going on tour together, but the timelines just didn't line up. Like in the amount of time I needed to be really prepared for a project like that versus the timeline that they needed me to be prepared, it just didn't really line up. So, in the end, it enabled me to do this, and it brought back another band for Ominous Ruin to play with at home. So,
hell yeah,
fucking A. I mean, I think the only other thing I would say is that me and Petr are also very like type A individuals. So it's hard sometimes to like work with each other, and maybe I feel like sometimes I don't even put off that vibe, but I mean, between me and him, it's obvious, right? So it's like, when it didn't work, it really didn't work. And that was unfortunate because I mean, I sometimes have my own demons to deal with too. I think we all do. And, when he was saying that his life was the most difficult, we know what he's leaving out, but there's no need to discuss that stuff. But I feel like I sympathize for everything that we went through at that time. Also having gone through some chaos like directly after that, right? So
right.
And then eventually, like I don't know if it was like a year down the road, it was just like, hey man, it's just time to bury the fucking hatchet. What are we doing here, right? And, and there was no hard feelings from the get-go. I think we just needed some time and space and shit.
Chill out.
Yeah. And I've really, and like I said to him that day we finally talked, like I've really come to appreciate and respect everything that happened because it really helped me grow as a human being, not just a musician. And
dude, we talked for like 3 hours at the bar that night.
Yeah.
Like we was at Harley's birthday party and we talked to like no one else.
Yeah.
So
All right,
What
guys.
up?
What is good?
This guy. Holy shit.
Sneaking in on you guys.
Big brother over here.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. It was like, you guys are like, all right, I think we need to get into this. And Anthony joined it just at that time. And I'm like, all right, I got to wait to let Anthony in.
I've been sitting here just waiting patiently, sipping my drink.
Hey. Oh, Mr.
What's going on,
Surge over
guys?
here.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
I'm pulling the Joel tonight. Yeah.
Somebody's got to fill in.
We got,
What's going on,
Anthony,
guys?
This is Kyle Chapman from Aethereus.
Nice to meet you, Kyle.
This is Anthony Trappini from
What up?
Severed Savior, Odious Mortem, and Cali Death
yeah.
Podcast.
Fuck yeah.
Boom. How you guys doing tonight? Alex, I enjoy that art behind you, bro. That's actually...
You know, I'm like a mile away from your shop right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What?
I'm on the other side of Grand, on the other side of the freeway.
No shit. You literally are like a mile away, dude.
Yeah. I'm gonna come say what's up to you tomorrow.
You should, dude. I'll be there.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's awesome, bro.
I'm just here.
I've been listening in. You've been there for like 6 weeks. Why haven't you fucking hit me up yet?
No, I haven't been in this place for 6 weeks. I've been just kind of all over the place for 6
Bouncing
weeks.
around, yeah.
Yeah. But finally here, like I grew up in South City, so I'm like, this is weird. So I'm gonna come say what's up tomorrow for sure.
Sick, dude. Yeah, no, I just wanted to come hang out with you guys. I did some home renovation shit, and now I'm done with that. So I was like, let's go hang with the boys, dude.
Why not, dude?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we've kind of covered kind of the details. We should probably like mention it once in a while for the new people watching. But yeah, this is like a pre-tour episode. So in the background, which I'm having a hard time bringing up behind us, but
Let me pull it again. 1 second.
Yeah, but we're gonna be on tour with 3 bands: Aethereus, Ominous Ruin, and Illucinus, and we got representatives of each band here. And now we've got Anthony to co-host.
Yeah, dude. No, I think it's really cool that you guys, Joseph, put this together, and I love the idea of us helping, promote the tour. And while you guys are going to be out there, we're going to be mentioning it on the show every time we get a chance.
Fuck yeah, thanks, dude.
In exchange for throwing that Cali Death podcast logo on the flyer, dude.
Dude, we'll take that anytime, dude.
That's what's up, dude. No, I love that trade-off. It really is like a good idea. Like I was totally on board as soon as Joseph said that that's what was going to go down. And I'm like, yeah, dude, of course. Why aren't we already doing that?
It's just, reciprocity all around.
Yeah. Yep.
I was just going to say, I was listening along a little bit, and how I was listening on Twitch first while I was working on the house. And we're talking about, I'm taking it back just a little bit, because I was like, yeah, dude, death metal songs, writing songs, I do not get rushed at all. No. We're not in a race, dude. We're just making art, and you can compare it to an artist painting a painting. There's artists that work on paintings for fucking a long time, dude. And they don't release anything until it's done. That's how it's supposed to be, dude. As an artist, you make sure that is, but you get it to where you feel best to put it out into the world. That's it.
But there's also a weird kind of like, because it still applies, right? It still applies to the rest of the scene where people are still trying to pump music out and still trying to, but I don't know, maybe it's just, to me, that kind of waters everything down, where all of a sudden, you start getting worse and worse music, right? And even in the metal scene, it's still kind of happening that way. I feel like, I'm not going to name any names because I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but like,
I mean, I think you definitely see diminishing returns if you're not giving yourself that time to recharge and like actually like kind of explore new creative, grounds. If you're just sort of I feel like, for me anyway, if I try to just write something immediately after finishing like a huge writing session, it's always just going to be kind of derivative of whatever I was working on before. So I feel like it's good just to recharge the batteries, get away from it.
Exactly.
But then there are some folks who can just, bust out an album a year and it's like, fresh every time. So I mean, it's depends person to person. But
exactly. It is an individual thing. But no matter how much you work on something, we all look back on our stuff that we've done and like, oh, we could have done it differently. You could work on it for months and months and months and still have one of those instances. So you're just like, well, I'm just going to work on it as much until I just get sick of it, or I feel that it's great,
Yeah.
Totally. And then, and you move forward. That's what we're supposed to do as artists. You got to move forward, dude, eventually, but if you're in this space where I have something that I have a vision, like see that vision through. Yeah. Don't let anybody else hit the fast forward button on you, Right. See that vision through.
I agree, especially because none of us are in this again to make money, right? It's not what it's about. So
yeah, no money. It's never been about money. Yeah, I meant to. I forget who said it, but yeah, if we were in it for the money, we wouldn't be playing death metal, and that's exactly what it is, dude.
Totally.
If I wanted people to hear my lyrics, I wouldn't be growling.
You got a good singing voice? What's up?
Hell no, dude. I
One
can
thing
probably
I
rap
wanted
some
to-
shit.
One thing I was
There you
thinking
go.
of mentioning too, in regard to like taking forever to write some songs, is like sometimes for me, I need to hear a new release that inspires me to pick up. Like, oh shit, that's how I want to do what I've been trying to figure out for the last couple of years. Like,
Yep.
One perfect example is the closing song on the Machine is called Silo. That song never had lyrics until last year, and I mean, I would just scream gibberish on stage back in the day, but it's what people do when they forget their lyrics, anyways. But yeah. So the Alluvial album that dropped last year was just, I was like, fuck, man, and that really got me going, and it helped me really finish the vision for the way the vocals should be on that song. So
Hell yeah.
shit like that, I love that shit.
That record probably, I'd say that was record of the year for me. Record
me,
of the year
for
for
sure.
Joel too.
Me too.
That's a
Speaking of,
killer listen.
that is Joel as Cali Death Podcast chatting in the Twitch.
See, I knew it. I knew he'd come in and say that too. Is it really? No,
Because he
but
called
for-
my album. He called my album number 2, so I just got to.
There you go. But no, that one really kicked me in the ass when I heard it, dude.
It was
It's
amazing.
fucking sick. It's such a good album.
And it still holds up. You know, like you could have an album that you listen to so much, and then you're just like, it's not the same when you come back. But no, every time I go back to that album, it's just as fresh. You know.
I'm not gonna lie. I bought a 7-string just to learn that album.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what's up, dude. That's
It's fucking
inspiration. That's inspiration right there.
Yeah.
They sent you to Guitar Center, dude.
sick. Yeah.
Yep.
You guys see those dates? It's Animals as Leaders, Car Bomb, and Alluvial.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Bomb.
Dude.
The
That's gonna be
closest
nuts.
Sick name.
closest show is Vegas to me, so I'm thinking of going to Vegas for that. So
Fuck. Well, yeah. What's the biggest drive for you?
it's like 4 hours. It's
not
doable
bad.
for sure.
Yeah.
For Vegas, like a Friday Vegas, you could make a weekend out of that. No problem.
Totally, dude.
We could meet halfway.
Is
We
it a
love
weekend
Alluvial
show?
here. It's I think a Friday night, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. You better go.
It's in November. So
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, the band that I would be most into seeing that night would be Car Bomb, though. 'Cause I've seen Animals.
I saw
Yeah.
Car Bomb with Between the Buried and Me a few months ago, and they fucking stole the show.
Missed
Yeah,
that
dude.
one.
And then BT Bam stole it back, but still, like, fucking, so,
Yeah, when they first dropped that first record, I forget what it's called, Centralia or some shit.
Centralia. I think.
Yeah, the one that came out on Relapse. I was hooked on that band ever since.
Yep. They're still going big. The new songs on the new record sound great, but Meta is still my all-time.
That's your jam?
That's the jam, dude.
Hell yeah.
All those bands, Alluvial, Car Bomb, and Animals, are like pushing metal forward in their own way right now.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's cool to see some crossover in the audience there too. I mean, it's all kind of like Guitar Hero music, but very different kinds of heroes. In the
Very different.
A few months ago
it's like
with
an Avengers type thing.
when they rolled through, and that was like, I love Brody and I love Rivers, and they were fucking great. But yeah, Alluvial was like, oh my god, like Alluvial and War. Then I was like, god damn, yes, fucking something new and fresh. This is awesome. And God, Wes playing the level that he plays, and then busting out this voice of a gravelly fucking drinking everyday angel. Just
Yeah.
wonderful.
And Kev as a front man too, dude. He's
Beast.
Just
he's straight beast, dude.
And he's
We're
such a
taking-
sick dude.
We were taking shots with him before the show. That was
Yeah.
fucking sick.
I went in
Oh,
there
yeah.
pretty faded, man. I was like, I spent like $300 at the fucking merch booth, and fucking, I was like
Hell yeah.
moshing with all of that in my hands.
Prime.
Fucking Alex came in, he's like, dude, let me take that from you.
I was like, we hold your merch for you, dude. Fuck, at least.
Fuck, dude, I couldn't take shots before a show. I could probably have a couple of beers, but shots.
Yeah. No, definitely not. No, especially not for vocals. I feel like you'd probably throw up.
You
he's
just
a
brought
beast.
up a story I've already told. The severed my first severed set was Las Vegas Metal Fest, and
Sick.
I don't remember asking for a shot while we were on stage, but Murray said I asked for shots and they sent a round up, and then we took a shot and then did a song, and then right after that song was over, another round came up and I took that shot and I immediately started to throw it back up into my mouth, so I just turned around towards Troy and basically shoved it back down, and then the next song was just fucking horrid for me.
I was gonna say.
I got through it, but it was like the whole time I was like,
Burning.
am I gonna just yeah, exactly, dude. My chest was on fire, dude.
I will. You know what? Here's the thing. I will puke on stage, Travis, but that's not the same.
That's funny. That's funny, dude. I hella relate with that. When I was the front man for Enigma, that happened to me actually kind of frequently.
Yeah.
Like, I would just be exerting so much that I would have to, like, in between lyrics, sometimes I'd turn around and fucking puke and swallow it and turn right back around and keep going, dude. Shit sucks.
That's
does, dude.
why I don't drink before shows, just because for Aethereus, Vance and I split a lot of the vocals, so it's almost like 50 between him and I. Then for my other band, I'm the only vocalist, and I've done this enough times where I'm like, if I have anything that's like carbonated and alcoholic to drink, it's coming back up.
Yeah.
How much I've had, so it's just no. I'm drinking water and just being very healthy and boring.
Yeah.
Kyle.
It's smart.
Hey,
dude. That's the smart move.
It is a smart move.
And
It's Kyle from Faluba Stank, everybody. You
just
can
real
follow
just
him
real
there.
quick, I wanted
Go
to
ahead.
clarify, like, that happens to me sober, man. Like, I don't drink before I perform. I don't smoke weed before I perform either. I get real slow. So
Yeah.
So you're saying that just the vocals and exerting
Just the
yourself
exertion.
in general is what makes you get the
well, it was
Gotcha.
specifically as a front man. Like, it doesn't happen to me when I play guitar and do vocals. Like, I like to get pretty crazy as just a front man. Like, I jump off stage and mosh, fucking grab people by the hair, fucking, the whole deal.
You ever
So,
mosh in flip flops, dude?
I have actually, and they come off and gets toes smashed. And fucking, yeah.
That's why I would bring that's why I brought a wireless out, so just in case I felt like I wanted to go out into the crowd and I'd do songs while I'm in the fucking pit.
I love that
in
shit.
flip flops and shit. What up, dude? Never fell off my foot once.
Nice. Yeah, the craziest thing for me that in the crowd, doing vocals in the crowd, is like this one show is at the Caravan, this tiny venue in San Jose. They do free shows.
So you
Like,
the fan off the ceiling? Was that on?
yeah, you were.
Yeah.
That was with you guys, and fucking somebody in the crowd just like picked me up, and they were like pushing me up, and like I'm hitting the ceiling, and they're like pushing me through the crowd right into the ceiling fan.
I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Oh
sick.
fuck!
I just remember
was
the
crazy.
crazy. Like, get the fuck down, get down.
And that's a story. That's a story for everybody who witnessed it. They went home like, dude, the vocalist got lifted up and his fucking head got knocked off with the fucking fan, bro.
Shit was sick.
What's this? Remember seeing? Okay. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
a
I
sick
played
show.
the
I'm pretty sure I
Caravan
was
back in
there.
the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
Like,
fun.
everyone knows it.
Tour we did.
Damn,
Caravan was so fucking fun.
it's crazy. A bunch of people here are actually there.
So this
Yeah, right.
this tour kicks off in the beginning of August.
Yeah,
Fourth.
August 4th through the 19th.
All right.
I wanna go back real fast. Just this is I want to say it could be directed at any of the bands on the tour. But I want to ask Matty Pants 408 who in particular he's. I think I know. That's Matty. I know he's a Ominous fan for first and foremost. I think so. I'm guessing he's talking about.
Yeah,
Ominous.
fuck everyone else. He's an ominous fan. That's right.
I know because I stayed at his house when I
I know
was
Matt,
last
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Matt's sick. Yeah.
So anyway, just wanted to highlight that comment, and then we've got some questions coming in. So here's a question from Cameron Gatto: is Enigma still a thing?
As far as I know, Enigma is still a thing. I don't know what they're up to. I parted ways with them in 2020.
The only thing I've heard is from our drummer, because we still share a drummer, obviously Harley. I think they're still trying to record soon. I don't really know or have any other updates either.
Yeah. So I will say this. the full length album was complete before I parted with them. It was painstaking, and that album took us 5-6 years to finish, and it's fucking amazing. So I really hope they put it out.
It's kind of a weird situation to be in when you're like, I've done something in the past and it still has not seen the light of day, you know?
Yeah, and this one really deserves it, man. Like those guys are fucking incredible guitar players. The music, the theory that goes into that shit is absolutely amazing. It's top notch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, people need to know about Enigma. Check out the released EP. It's fucking awesome. So I hope that more comes from
I'm
that
gonna
project.
go check it out.
Yeah, the EP. There's a lot of enigmas, so you if you want to find it, you could search Enigma, and the EP was called Stars Misaligned.
Okay.
That'll bring it up.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Well, since I had a kind of wanted to take it back to one tangent. We talked about Cali Death sponsoring the tour. Maybe we could just go over the other sponsors and just who the connection to the tour. So let me pull up the flyer one more time, and then just shout out. Let's see here. So that should do it. So like left to right. We got Balaguer Guitars.
Balaguer.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Balaguer.
It's one of those words you just see it and you're like, oh, that's it. You never say it.
Yeah, no.
And then Willow Tip. Who's on Willow Tip? Right on. Ominous? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Label mates, bro.
I know. Right? Well, not
Right.
well.
With Severed.
Yeah, label mates with
Severed
Severed.
Saber. Yeah.
That's where you're going with that. I knew it.
Yes.
Where else would I go? Okay. Angle. Who's sponsored by Angle?
That would be the guys in Illucinus.
Fuck yeah.
Cameron's got a full-on endorsement. I may or may not have something in the works.
Fuck yeah. And then we got, what is that, Old Mantle or something?
The Acid Mantle.
That's the
Acid
booking.
Mantle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the booking agency. Okay, and then we got ESP Guitars.
And that would be Illucinus as well. All three
Damn,
of
you
us
guys
have
are-
an endorsement from them.
You guys are looked up, dude.
Oh yeah.
Artisan Era.
That's our dumbasses.
That's Aethereus. And then Severed Records,
That's
And
Illucinus's label.
and then Cali Death
Boom.
Podcast. Sweet.
CDP.
All right. So shout out to all the people who are giving us instruments to play drums and guitars and basses and
Mm.
I
stuff
should
on
work on
this
that
tour.
shit. I should work on getting a guitar endorsement since you guys have them.
Oh, dude, it blew my fucking mind when I got that. I had been following Rob, who's from used to be in Fallujah. Marmont, I think is how you say his last name.
Yeah.
But he switched over to Balaguer a few years ago, and I was like, okay, Rob's got good taste and has good tone, so I'll follow him for a bit. And it was fucking sick. And I was getting ready to pull the trigger on like one of their Super Strat models, and then they put out an actual fucking Explorer shape, and I was like, oh my god, that's the cheapest guitar ever. I can get an actual like baritone 7-string. Fuck
Nice.
yeah! And hit him up. I think after like a month or two after I got mine, because I'm like, yeah, guys, I don't play any of my guitars anymore. I love you, so. Can I put your name on my shit and you can put my dumb face on your website? And they're like, yeah, dude, let's do it. So,
Sick. Hell yeah.
first try.
Congrats. It's fucking sick, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, Alex, what the fuck you doing, dude? You got skills.
Serious.
You got mad skills, bro. Why aren't you endorsed yet?
Where's
I,
the Kiesel?
I
Yeah.
spend too much time working instead of making videos and promoting myself.
You also
There you
play like the hardest brand to get endorsed by. So
Well, maybe.
What is
I
that?
don't know.
What's the brand?
Kiesel.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that Justin McKinney? Is that what he?
yeah, Justin's playing on that.
Scott
Nice.
Carstairs.
Shout out Justin. Sorry, I got to show that Sulaco Willow. Tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Zoom endorsement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Endorsement.
That's the biggest endorsement out of all of them, dude.
Yeah, paycheck's a paycheck. I won't complain. Fuck.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully one of these days. I was actually just talking to Petr about filming videos 2 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, basically came in when we were shooting another playthrough that we're going to drop next week.
Nice. Yeah, that dude, that's the thing is playthroughs now, and none of us old OGs fucking do this. Or at least in my camp, I don't know anybody that does playthroughs.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But
Yep.
I guess that's the thing. Like you gotta be present in the spotlight as much as you can in order for these companies to jump on board, I guess, right?
I mean,
Shut
it's
up, Matt.
collateral. They want to see that you're growing your brand and that you're going to provide some value to them. So, I mean, I get it from a certain standpoint. I'm a little bit more of the old school mind where I'm like, I don't really want to sit and whore myself out. Like,
Yeah.
I played the songs, listen to the album. I don't need to perform for you, but you gotta swallow your pride a bit. I have
Yeah.
found that like if you do the mimed videos, those tend to get a little better response than if you actually play it live. I've done a few of those. I think all of the Aethereus ones were actually playing. And people are like, it's not perfect. And it's like one take. Of course it wasn't fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
And
What world do you live in?
Jimmy
I
Hendrix
actually
world.
no that I like. I've said it many a times. I love it when a musician shows me that they're still human, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
like those, little imperfections that the nerds figure out. Like really, they aren't that like. If just to a casual listener, they're just going to come out as human sounding.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
I would
And I'm
think.
not a casual listener. I'm deep into death metal, but I'm just saying, like with my ears, it's like I just want to know that this was like, the least manipulated. Obviously, we all do a little manipulation, little studio magic, but if you're using the engineer as the guy who irons out all your clothes,
That's a crutch. Yeah.
yeah, that becomes something that I'm not gonna. I will respect the music, no doubt, and it will sound good to me, but it loses something when I don't hear a rim shot or something like that.
Two things. If you play it, if you write it before you play it, then it starts to sound robotic, right? If you play it before you write it, then it sounds more natural. So that's kind of how I like to look at things too. And if you have to write it before you play it, when you go to record it, it's going to sound like you didn't do any sort of creative work at all. It's going to be more robotic and off the top, right? But if you play it, hence where like when you come in, you should be able to play your instrument when you come to record and make some mistakes here and there. It's going to sound more natural and better, right? I mean,
And that's our taste though
Yeah.
too. It's like the taste of it's again back to an individual perspective. There are people that will be turned off if they hear a rim shot or a missed
True.
note
Yeah.
or something like that. They have to hear everything perfect, which I mean that kind of shows looking for perfection in real life. It's going to be a disappointing day every day, because nothing's perfect, So,
Fuck, dude.
Oh man.
But that also goes back to the pop music thing, right? Because they're expecting perfection. The music industry sort of expects perfection, right? And that's just not what we're about. That's not what we do. We can make music sound as good as we possibly want it to, but it's just, I don't know, feel and emotion or everything.
let's see the pop people try and make death metal sound perfect.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking, oh shit. Who's the
Let's see
guy?
him try to mix death metal to begin with.
Oh, dude. Well, it'll sound like, never mind. I'm not going to go there. Not even going to go there.
Fuck shit.
I have a controversial take on that. I thought the first baby metal record was one of the most exciting things to happen in metal for a long time. I
Dude,
fucking love that record. And it was because there were these genius Japanese or Korean, I think they were Japanese, like pop producers who just looked at metal and saw it as like a cool area to do what they were already good at. And they fucking killed it. So I kind of like that. Yeah.
I think it's entirely intention. Like for us who are in more of like that old school mindset where we like the grit, the dirt, and kind of sounding a little fucked up as we play. You want to have more of that raw, real take. I think for people who maybe came up in more of that post necrophagist and faceless era where you're wanting like that really hyper precise tech death or death metal, whatever kind of metal really, or you want more of that like, you know, producer sheen on it, that's gonna you're gonna strive to create that. So I mean, it's all personal preference. It's all a matter of intention. If your intention is to create this perfect polished hybrid of J-pop and metal, yeah, more power to you. Do it, and it's going to come across that way too. Because I think if you're actually going for it, and that's your intention from the offset, it's not just, oh, you know, I'm gonna try and, you know, match what these other people are doing, but you're like, no, I'm setting out to make this. Then everyone's going to enjoy it more. I think it shows more when you're actually doing something that you were setting out to do, rather than trying to course correct and just do whatever, you know, your friends are doing or whatever's popular.
Yeah.
You just made me think that you know, it does have to do with what you were exposed to first as well. You know, like I was exposed to the late 80s, early 90s shit first. So a Scott Burns record is going to be like kind of subliminally the reference that I go off of, you know, and it may not be that what I'm looking for, but it was laid as the baseline for me. So like hearing more sound, all that stuff, like I'm expecting, or not expecting, but you know, I'm subconsciously yearning for it's nostalgia, dude. That's all it is. So it's like the nostalgia for the newer generation. I'm fucking almost 40 years old now. I need to stop talking like I'm a fucking kid. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not in my 20s like I was in the beginning of this shit, you know. So it's like now I'm the old guy talking about these kids these days, you know.
No cap,
That's why
bro.
we do this, though, right? Like to remain in that childlike state, like not childish, but childlike. Like,
yeah, you hang on to the. I mean, and I'm not saying, dude, I'm having a blast being a dad, having a family, you know, still working on music and shit. But everybody has those golden years, you know.
yeah,
What that section of your life where like shit was like you literally had little to think about, and just freedom to do whatever you wanted to do, you know, and that happens, you know, late teens, early 20s, you know, mid 20s, all that stuff. So it's like those are the pivotal and influential times that will stick with you for the rest of your life, you know. All the good, oh shit, 7G's up in this bitch.
Yeah, man.
You pivoted so
Damn, dude.
fast.
Dude, I didn't even. I was not ready. Dude, we're looking like the Brady Bunch right now or something.
nice.
I got hella
The,
heads,
the beardy bunch.
dude. Straight up. Boom.
Joel, I didn't know how long you were waiting, dude. I just like happened to like scroll down a little bit and see your window was like not, it was like hidden. So I'm like,
It's all
fuck.
good.
You might have been there for
You guys
a
said
long
I could
time.
pop in, so I just had to hop in. I was like, "What up?"
To the listeners, Joel Guernsey just dropped in. What up, brother?
And,
Wait,
while
is
we're
it
at it,
Guernsey? How do you say your last name?
Guernsey.
Dude, I don't even know Gumby or something. I think it's Gumby.
Just
Kinda
call
like
him
that-
7Gs.
that TV
Just call him
show.
7Gs. Joel 7Gs. What up?
7Gs, I like it.
Dude, hell yeah. What are you guys up to?
I'm gonna shout out Sebastian Blade, who rated
Oh
us,
shit.
and we got some people watching now. We got 31 eyes on us. So I
Wow,
want to just
nice,
say
dude.
again to the people coming in, Ominous Ruin, Aethereus, Illucinus on tour this August. Check the dates. We'll fucking
Fourth,
go over them again.
Throw that, yeah.
Um,
Just fucking throw it up again, real quick.
Throwing it up
Fuck
again.
yeah.
Yeah, do it real quick
Do it.
for all the
All
new
right.
ones. The new
Tell your friends.
And there it
Oh
is.
damn.
There it is.
Oh,
Damn, dude. We should like raffle off some tickets or something. Like try to
Ooh,
have some kind of a raffle.
see, we should have had Joel in the meeting before this.
I got these ideas, man. No, I'm just kidding. It's like a lottery ticket. You get like a scratcher, and it tells you if you got a free ticket to the show. That'd be sick.
No, dude.
Spots, you know.
Just pull a name out of a hat.
Or you can pay the $5, whatever it is, to come see us.
Yeah,
you know,
whatever.
That's tight.
Guest
Nah,
list.
dude. I think you guys will pull some decent crowds. Come on now.
I think so, but it'll be fun. I'm stoked.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah, it's gonna be sick.
I know that there are supporters out there that will see this, you know, either through the podcast or through the internet or whatever. That I'd love for people to come up to you guys at some point on the tour and be like, "Yo, I saw the podcast. This
Hell
is
yeah.
why I'm here." You know,
Yeah.
that's
incredible.
what's up.
Travis, watch out. 814. We get you drunk.
Oh
That's
boy.
that's El Paso, right? El Paso, Texas.
Yeah,
Is that
rock.
I think it's Albuquerque, no? Or is it?
That's El Paso. That's the Rock House.
Oh, I'm fucking looking at the schedule right in front of me.
That Sacramento date. What day of the week is that? The 17th. Let me look that up.
I think it's a fucking Thursday or Wednesday.
Yeah, just
That's a
come to
Wednesday.
Cupertino.
Nice,
Oh,
dude.
it's a Wednesday.
I think
Yeah, I won't be up there. I could be on there on weekend, but
Side question: are you coming on Saturday? Is that a thing?
yeah, it is,
Okay,
dude.
tight. All right, good.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
dude, I'm excited, dude.
Hell yeah.
So, just a little info on that. Casey's flying up from San Diego.
Yeah.
They got a Joel, him, Carrie Gear, Riley McShane, Trevor Stewart. They got a band called All Realm that they've been working on for a while. Mainly written by Carrie. I think a couple of the other guys have contributions to the album too. I think Trevor has a song, but yeah, dude, they've been working on this for a while. You guys are all going to be, or they're all going to be working with Zach, I think, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, Casey's coming up for the week, and I haven't seen him in fucking a long time. So,
Sorry,
And,
I'm fucking around over here.
yeah, dude, so we're kind of like we're gonna cram a bunch of shit into this weekend, dude. We're gonna get the bro down. Obviously, that's the main thing. Got a bro down, and then some odious mortem band photos. What's up?
Yep.
Got to
Yep.
make a serious face,
I'm over the serious face, dude.
dude.
I
Just
I
smile in
recently
it.
saw-
That'd
I
be
just
sick.
recently saw the new Suffo picture. They're all sitting on a couch, looking at this camera, all serious, like
Dude.
all their legs are touching each other. You're just like, come on, how can you guys not be smiling right now? Come on, you know, you guys were just having fun right before this picture was taken, you know, and you had
No
fun
fun
right
allowed.
after the picture was taken. You know? Like, why can't we just fucking smile in death metal now, dude?
Dude, you
Yeah.
can't. Dude, you guys should do it and just be the first band to just be cheesing.
I would
That'd be
love.
so
I would-
sick.
Seriously,
Dude,
for years,
start a
I wanted to
movement.
just put my arms around everybody and smile, dude. Let's just
Yeah,
all
dude.
hold each other and smile, dude.
I'm
And
in.
no, they
I'm
all
hella
shoot me down.
No, fuck.
That'd be sick.
That's like my favorite shit. Like, I'm in.
I mean, we all have fun while we're doing it. We do it
Yeah,
to
dude.
have fun. It's all positive. Like, why are we trying to act like this shit's? I mean, okay, that's another thing too. I'm going to just bring it back for a second. Another thing that I was listening to when I was just listening before I jumped on was getting your shit out on the mic or in the lyrics. Like, yeah, we all face darkness in life, dude, but this is our therapy. No, I mean, you know,
100%.
it literally is something that has if I got steam built up in my kettle, it blows out on stage, or it blows out in my lyrics, it blows out in the studio. And that's kind of why I'm just a chill dude, because I got a fucking way to get rid of it, you know.
Yeah.
Not always. It'll still catch you. I'm not, you know, we're all fucking the balance of trying to become a good human is going to be an everyday thing
Yeah.
for the rest of our
But-
lives.
Dude, to have this 6 weeks in this hotel, this is like the third time in like a year that I've been in a hotel for 6 weeks almost straight. But this time I don't have a home base. So because I'm moving to San Diego this coming weekend on Sunday,
Yeah.
then I'll be set up. But I haven't been set up with any of my shit for the past 5 weeks, whatever. And I'm like,
Not having the anchor too.
I'm not having any fun.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you don't have the anchor. You're not
Yeah.
anchored to anything right now. You know,
Exactly.
you kind of feel like you're just floating in purgatory right now.
Yep.
In some way, you know.
Chaos mode, dude.
Yeah.
So my supplement in the meantime is just slamming my legs and fists into a fucking punching bag. But you
There
can
you
only do
go.
that for so long, because after a while everything starts to hurt more.
Yeah,
So you know,
that's true,
Yeah.
dude.
especially like when you get kicked back, it's also not fun. But yeah, but yeah, it's exactly that, right? Just having an outlet for emotion and everything. And now that Joel's here too, we could actually talk a little bit more about like what we've been kind of working on for Ominous. I guess we finally got together. We haven't really like officially gotten together, but we have this next album is almost written, and we kind of decided we're going to start on like the third album. We're going to collaborate together a lot more as well, because the second album kind of came all like right as Joel was entering the band. But I don't know, Joel, what do you think about the new shit?
Dude, it's great. I actually really like how high the standards are and expectations for riffs. They're just way up there. Like fucking, you think you wrote a sick riff, and you're like, oh damn, it's only about
seven
here.
G's. Could you just turn it to like 6 G's, please?
6 G's. All right. Let me get that. Yeah, I got this. But yeah, these guys kind of have. They got some pretty high standards for. How's that?
That's much better.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
they have
Joe,
super high standards.
Listen to the professor. He knows better than me because I have shitty ears.
Take it
He's
one
saying
more
there's
G
more.
down.
Well,
right,
so
one
we're
more
on a
G.
5G.
There you go.
He's
How's
bringing
that?
it back
Right
to
there?
the current situation.
Right there?
Only 5G.
I am picking that up, that wavelength. Go ahead.
Okay, sick.
There it is. There it is.
That's it.
But yeah, these guys, I'm just been really pushing myself, like writing riffs. Like sometimes you think something's sick, and everyone's really honest about whether it's sick or not, which is what I like. It's not just like, hey, I wrote a song, it's going straight on the album without changing it. It's like, all right, we're gonna fuck with this. We're gonna go in there and like use a screwdriver and a wrench on this riff, like. So I'm really into that aspect of it. Like I can't just be I take more times on writing riffs now. I try to like get in there and just kind of spend hours on the same section, as opposed to being like, all right, and then it repeats twice and then the next riff happens. It's like no repeats, put in an actual transition. Just trying to exert as much compositional effort as possible, because it's just at that point, like I've done a couple albums where there was a deadline and it was like, didn't turn out how it was supposed to. So I'm kind of just done.
That just adds to what we were already talking about earlier about just fucking see the vision through, dude, and spend it whatever time you need as the player or the composer to really fully open it up and figure out, everything that's possible. Are you overdoing it at this time? Or can I add something here? It's like, don't let anybody else push your timeline when it comes to creating.
I feel like the creating is it's probably the best part of the whole process, because when the album's done and it's like you think release day is going to be like the best day of your life, but it's not. Like once you finish an album, and
you're
like,
over
it's
it when it's
day.
finally out.
You're just like, dude,
work.
Well, it's time to it's time to.
Trying to
You just
promote.
feel like writing more music that day. You're just like, damn,
Not to
the
mention,
album's
like,
done, but it's like I've just been chilling, so it's like, yeah, it's weird. So the process is what is rewarding and gives your life meaning, I think.
What were you gonna say, Petr?
not to mention all the bullshit you end up having to do on release day. That shit's it's a
Yeah,
lot of work.
promo, yeah,
Yeah, promo is the social media expectations. Fuck, man.
It's the age-old saying, though. It's the journey. It's not the destination type
Yeah,
deal. You know,
It is. It
like
really is.
you really want to get to point B, because we as humans constantly once it's invented in our mind, we want it right now. But you can't really get to point B without grinding through the journey, and then you look back on it and realize that was the best and only real part that was important throughout the whole thing, was the journey to get to point B.
It just keeps you alive in like the best way possible. Creativity, it's just
I know
it makes your whole life better. It
for the
keeps
last
you sharp.
year.
I think it sharpens you a lot. Just kind of
No doubt.
Yeah, but,
Especially creating with others.
collab.
Each project is training you for your next project.
Yeah.
You got to think of it like that. Like I'm in training for the next thing that I'm going to do. But you
And
have
I wanted
to.
I wanted to say I've heard the demos of the Ominous LP2, and it's so sick. And with Joel writing for LP3, it's just, you guys are gonna be the best band ever, dude. It's coming, dude.
fuck yeah.
Can't wait.
It is.
No, I really fucking like what you guys have in store for LP2. I'm like extremely excited on it.
That's
Fuck
exciting.
yeah.
Well, it's always exciting when there's time between albums because as a listener, I would hope that the artist was growing during that long period of time between the albums, you know?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
And I want it to show.
So I think everything we just talked about applies because not only did some of those songs take me on the first album, took me like, I don't know, like Deception. I know Petr probably, I think you were in it before Deception was even finished writing or being written. And that song took me like over a year and a half maybe to write, but it turned out to be one of the best songs. So all of that stuff took maybe 3 or 4 years to complete. And now I think it's been almost 2 years since that album's been written. Some of that stuff was sort of, I mean, it's all over the place, but it's just the growth in between then and just sort of like all the chaos that we keep talking about, that everything starts to envelop in my brain has sort of, I think Joseph kind of described it perfectly to me once. He's like, the maturity of the next stuff just sounds like way more, I don't know, how does he say it? Like, it just sounds way more mature. And I'm just like, thank you. I appreciate that. But because it's more like just my own style. Whereas our first album kind of was me picking up from a previous style that was Mike Ball, our previous guitar player, and kind of like incorporating what he had already written with our old bass player, Will, kind of making it my own thing. And then essentially just coming to now, which is basically just my own stuff so far. And then from we go, LP2 is going to include me and Joel, and it's going to be it's already chaos. The first song that's written, I think, is like one of the most chaotic songs I think I've ever heard. So
I can't wait, dude.
Yeah.
I want to jump in and just throw this back. Basically mentioned Deception. Earlier we were talking about somebody who had said to Basie, like, if it takes you longer than X amount of time, like, move on.
That was the song.
He was specifically talking about Deception. And in my opinion, that's the best fucking song on the album. Like, I fucking love that song. And it took time, and it shows that time and effort was put into it. And real quick, shouts out to Crystal, my girlfriend, who was on that track. I know she's watching right now. So
How'd she contribute? Vocals?
Vocals. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Her and Jade Forsyth now. Fucking congrats to them. They got married. And Jade and Ian, and they both were like kind of back and forth on this like black metal part. It was fucking sick.
It came out amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a great job.
What up, dude? I need to get them pre-production tracks. I want to listen to this shit.
We'll listen to them on Saturday. Like,
hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, Saturday's gonna be so sick, dude.
I know, I can't wait. Joel
coming to Santa Cruz or what?
What's
that?
Yeah, dude, we are.
I'll probably be there, dude.
Are you?
Guys?
Oh my god,
I think
dude.
so. Yeah, I live in Aptos now, so I'm like,
it's
I'll
not Santa Cruz. We're gonna be in Aptos. We're gonna be in your town. Dude.
I'll probably just walk over
in your town.
Oh, sick.
Come through.
Yeah, dude,
I'll
have to roll through
the Lumber Dome.
Yeah. I'm still confused, but I'll figure it out when we get there. It's fine.
How to get there? You're saying? Yeah, it is.
No, like what is the Lumber Dome?
It's the new dome, dude.
All right. Okay.
The fuck?
Do people fight in the Lumber Dome?
No, dude, we love and we have fun, dude.
What kind of love?
I'm gonna bring some LaCroix.
Lumberjack love.
Lumberjack love. But yeah, I mean, I'm incredibly stoked for our next album. I'm incredibly stoked. I haven't said it enough. Like, this whole tour package, I don't know if you can consider it underrated in a way, but like, these three bands fucking tear it up. And not just, I don't know. I just, how to explain that this is so DIY now because of all the events that have happened. And Kyle, I feel like we can't say enough about how much Kyle fucking pulled through to make this even a thing.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about that.
Yeah,
I think we should talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like, yeah, Kyle's been sitting here ever so patiently, and like, no, but the real thing is, like, I feel like we offered to help multiple times, and then Kyle was like, just took the reins into his,
It's just my controlling personality. You can ask Scott about that. Nah, man, like I work from home. I have a lot of I was here pretty much the entire time. It's like, all right, I know a lot of fucking people who can maybe help us. Let me reach out to them and see what I can do. But it was a fucking group effort. Joseph ended up getting 2 of those booked. You ended up getting 2 of those booked. Like it was all of us. It was a fucked up situation that we were able to pull out of, and it sucks for everyone involved. And I don't blame the person who ended up, we had to take over for, had some shit going on, and it is just what it is. And, it was it in an opportune time? Absolutely. But, it's nothing we had any fucking control over, and we pulled together and got shit done. I'm sure that weekend, happening on the weekend of the 4th was not fun. That was fucking. I was on the side of fucking Mount Rainier with my buddy, and apparently there was still fucking snow up there. So there's 7 feet of snow as we're getting to the top of this fucking hike. And I'm still oh, I got a signal. Let me shoot off an email. I got to promote.
Dude,
yeah. God damn.
Not even taking in. You probably still were, but I'm just saying that's the metaphor for 2022 is being in this amazing moment, but you're too busy fucking having to deal with it on your phone. I
got some sick photos while I was up there for the time that I enjoyed it, and I fell through the snow was starting to thaw, so it wasn't super compact. So I ended up falling through a 4-foot hole as we were walking back.
Shit. Oh shit!
Oh shit! And my buddy, who's
it's that one movie.
Yeah, I think it was 4, but I think more 6. He was like, "Hey, dude, you can pull me out," and he's like, "Yeah, I got you, guy." I mean, it was a tough.
Go head first or feet first?
Feet first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I basically just stepped. I think I'm 6 foot, depending on which 7-Eleven I'm walking out of. So down, shit. Hey, Chris, pull me out, please. And he's like, yeah, I got you. But it was a group effort, and we pulled through. We got everything together. Everyone's in high spirits now. We can all just focus on playing 6 shows and having a good time. So,
Can we highlight a couple, each of us, the shows we're excited about or for any reason deserve special mention? I want to start and just say the Long Beach show, Tuesday, August 16th.
Yeah.
We had Derek from the Last of Lucy chime in.
Yeah,
earlier.
Derek.
Yeah. Derek is my bass player in the Last of Lucy, and I'm going to be double dutying that night, playing a Last of Lucy set after the Ominous set. So I'm particularly excited about that show and
That was
my
going to be
endurance.
sick, dude.
That's going to be fucking rad. So.
That's going to be a good time.
And shout out to Pietro and Cave Goblin Productions for being a bro. And I just hit him up. We need a show. He gets back to me a day later. Yeah, you got it. At Supply and Demand, which is a fucking great venue. So we're excited.
In Sacramento hooked us up so fast, and it was just sick. Thank you. So
What's Sacramento venue?
Sacramento
Colonial.
That's at a Cafe Colonial.
Nice, dude.
We played there in December. It's sick. It's a tiny little spot, but it's fucking dope.
Hell
The sound's really good there.
Yeah.
Those are always
those
though.
It's
the
on
little
point.
fucking spots were all just slammed in like sardines. It's gonna be awesome.
Fuck
It
yeah.
is.
I think the Phoenix show is the one I'm most looking forward to right now, just because our label mates Desiderium, that's going to be their first show. It's Alex, current guitars for Archaic. It's his brainchild. He finally got a live lineup put together a few months ago, so it's going to be their live debut. And that's going to be sick.
That's dope,
Yeah,
dude.
That Desiderium record is so fucking proggy, and I just can't imagine how they're gonna bring it to life. But I'm so honored to be there for the first time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that's interesting. You're like, how could they pull this off live? Now that makes me want to go see if they can. I've never even heard the band, but you're saying that
They're pretty crazy.
they have like 20-minute. They have like 20-minute songs. Like they might just play one song for all I know. Dude. Yeah, it's out of control.
See that I mean, I love bands that go long like that too, but it has to be like a certain style, and you just kind of it's almost hypnotic where you're just taking on like this journey where they're just gonna like pull you through something for that long, and then you have to, because people who like, oh, I like that first 5 minutes of the 20-minute song. It's like, dude, go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
They made it to where it's got to be a start and finish. They pull you on. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, that is Desiderium to a fucking T. So I think you would dig.
Oh, I'm down, dude. definitely down.
Dude, it seems like
Smoke a bunch
you
of
kind
weed
of
and just-
pulled off the impossible. Like booking this on such short notice, I didn't think it was going to be possible. To be honest, I was like, because I've tried to book shit like 2 months out, and had a lot of difficulty. And this is like 1 month out, and we're like, all right, booking it.
This is the DIY side of this shit that I never had to deal with, but it makes total sense. Like to make something like this happen, it has to be DIY, just like the way we do our shit. You know, in the first place, it's all a DIY thing.
Yep.
I mean,
There's not a
honestly,
lot.
I think
From
the
top to bottom.
kind of made it so like you used to be able to, you have a little bit more wiggle room trying to do things a little closer to the launch date, but now like I was talking with Carl from Nile, and they sell out anytime they come through Seattle, and they just have huge fucking shows, and they're having to look at booking things out like 6 to 7 months further than they normally do because it's just so competitive. Everyone's wanting a tour right now, and I'm hearing that, and I'm like, okay, cool. So me, in small to mid-tier tech death band on an indie label no one's fucking heard of, I'm just gonna get whatever scrap, I guess.
Dude,
So
let's do it.
It was definitely one of those where it's like, yeah, we can't do it like we used to. We've got to be more on the ball with this shit
And aggressive, yeah. Totally. Oh, I just felt that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it helps that we have bands from different areas that have connections to those areas, so we can kind of, as a unit, kind of take advantage of that. So that was, I think, a big aspect that helped. Absolutely. And just to highlight the other shows I'm excited for, the Tacoma and Seattle shows.
Fucking Tacoma. That's going to be fun. Seattle's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah, those areas are pretty cool.
Rowdy.
For sure on tour. Every
Those
time
are
we played there,
cool.
it was fun.
Plaid Pig is a fun venue. It's weird. They don't do backlining for some reason, so it's going to be a swing, but
we're chilling in the parking lot.
yeah, basically. Oh, there's like a back alley behind it. It's on like this busy main road way, and
Sick.
yeah, it's an interesting spot. But
You guys, you'll make the best of it, dude. That's how
Yeah.
a tour is, dude. You guys are gonna
It's
have.
gonna be raining.
Bring a hacky sack, dude.
I mean,
Yeah, dude.
That's the most Anthony thing you could say. I think, I don't know. I hate playing the X Bar, not because of what it is, but because we've done it so many times.
Oh man.
But I think that might be one of the ones I'm looking forward to most for reasons undisclosed. We can't really talk about it yet, but the X Bar, I'm looking forward to like every day in Texas. Texas is like, I don't know, barbecue central. I'm in. And then we've got Travis is coming to Texas. I think the Albuquerque show is going to be sick too, to be honest with you. As far as I saw.
Dude.
Yeah. And maybe even who's on the Denver spot? I forgot who's on the Denver spot.
I know it's a Trailside, but I think it's We Are William and
Right.
I don't remember what the other band that got added. They just got added recently.
I think that show's going to be sick too, honestly.
I think the last time we played at Trailside, we shorted the power, and it went out for like 10 minutes during our set.
Fuck. I am the father. It's fine, Joel. It's fine.
He's on Mari. Oh shit.
I feel like Joel's reading my mind right now, but it's cool. Yeah. It's fine.
You guys are hitting some decent cities for sure.
Yeah, no, they're all tight. I think, Kyle could probably speak to, we had to go a little bit further out on some of those suggested dates that we started with, right?
I mean, I think it was just, you got to do some clever rerouting and try to do it in a way that isn't going to necessarily put you in a position where, you're doing a 12 to 14 hour drive. Like, I think we managed to keep everything within the 10 range. Thankfully.
No,
that's actually
Idaho Falls is the one that so from Seattle to Idaho, I think that's the one that hits like 11 hours, but otherwise we're good.
That's that's pretty a little below average, right?
Yeah,
if you think about it.
Night of, you get like halfway, or you get like a little ways. It's not so bad, and stay at 11, do something, take a truck stop. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So we've talked about all the other details. Let's hear about some transportation, guys. Well, how are you getting out there?
We're walking.
We're riding.
Dude. It's gonna be nice, man.
So
I think Petr has the most interesting situation.
Yeah.
I think it's the sickest situation.
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about that.
I'm gonna pee.
So, back in January, I traded in my Ram 1500 to buy a Ram ProMaster 3500 and convert it into a home / tour van. I moved out of my house into a van. It's been quite the experience.
I'm sorry, guys.
I had a lot. I had a lot of.
How do I?
Just
Oh,
the professor's trying
Yo.
to figure out the
that's-
production
I want him-
side of this shit right now.
I'm
That's
just-
awesome.
I'm just gonna totally interject. I'm trying to make. We're on the side. I want to make us on the side, but I have no idea how to do it, dude. I want.
It's all good.
It's only me on the side.
I think it's
Damn it.
host.
I keep getting ambitious to
Just
try
keep
it.
us in Brady Bunch if you're having issues.
All right. I'm done. Fucking. I'm too sober for this. All right, go.
oh yeah. So I sold my truck. I moved out of my house, and instead of paying fucking Bay Area rent, I'm putting all that money into building a tour van / somewhere to live for myself.
All right.
It's been kind of tough, you know.
Yeah.
I've definitely learned a new appreciation for toilet.
Right.
Not having one just readily accessible at any moment. It's a crazy thing to go
On
through.
tour, you already know, but like you're in the living situation, you're like, wait, I come home to a toilet.
Yeah, right.
Off the
So like
tour.
not having that, it also made me realize like I'm in my 30s, so like I got to get up in the morning and like the toilet's like 300 yards from me, and I'm like basically pissing my pants by the time I get there.
Right. Dude, I think Gatorade bottle, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, no, I've since moved on to that, but that was when I like first moved into the van and didn't know what the fuck I was doing or how to like rebuild a routine living out of a van. But like it's almost done. The only thing that won't be ready by the time we hit the road is our water system. So we're gonna have a temporary water system set up. I'm gonna have like I have this like propane instant water heater that we take camping and use for showers. So I'm gonna mount that to the back door for
Sick.
but yeah, I've got like a full size refrigerator. I have a bigger kitchen sink in my van than I did in my last house.
That's
like
what's up, dude.
couch bed. There will be an indoor shower, but it won't be ready for the tour. Super stoked. It's been a wild ride, but it's all coming together right at the right time.
Hey, to have those amenities out on the road, if you got a van that runs good,
Yeah,
you don't want to be breaking down in something like that because you're not going to reap the benefits, you know?
yeah,
So if it's running good, that's fucking number one. Number two, having those amenities at your disposal versus guys who are stopping at truck stops and
Yeah.
fucking, all that type of shit. Showering in flip flops, which I won't knock because it's still flip flops. But you know what I'm saying? Like having like certain things like the refrigerator, the kick it spot, like all this kind of stuff that you wouldn't have in a 15 passenger van with the back seat taken out. You're laying in the fucking your own row.
yeah.
If
And
you're
we've done
stoked,
that, like
you
I
know.
didn't. We've done all that, right? And like I'm like I said, like I'm in my 30s now. Like I want a little more comfort, and I've got a pretty decent career at this point when I'm not playing music. I can kind of put some money and invest into something nice and fucking, the truck. It's funny. The van's brand new.
Sick.
The payments are insane, but I'm not paying rent anymore, so that's okay. Fucking.
All right, yeah, that's already a good start though. Because I'm just gonna cut you off just one that I've recently seen the Decrepit tour. 2 vans already fucking broke down
Right.
on that tour within the first couple of days. So it's like
Don't jinx it, brother.
I don't need to jinx it. It already happened to him.
Well, for us, shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no. He's saying new van, so I'm like, you're already
Yeah.
ahead with the game right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm biting the bullet and paying some crazy payments on a brand new van. Like I said, I sold my truck, and really that paid for the power system that I put in. Took me months to put together. But at this point, it's all set. We got 16 outlets in there.
Damn.
I can power a house off my shit.
You're doing right, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's all solar, fully off
And then you're
grid.
ready to go where after the tour too. You could take off and
That's
have a
the
weekend
idea.
here. Spend a week, there, and it's all there.
Yeah, that's the plan, man. Just
Hell yeah.
I'm all about the off-grid life. It's hard to get the girlfriend to go camping for 2 weeks where there's no shower. So build a van with a shower, and we're fucking out of here.
But like, if you took her for like 5 days. Would she be good with 5 days?
Without a
week?
shower, I think her max is 3 days.
Yeah.
That's
All
why
right.
we got that propane shower. We did a 2 week. She commented it right there. That's why we bought that shower, because we did a 2 week trip for 4th of July in Tahoe last year, which fucking Basie was there. A lot of people were there. It was fucking sick. Everybody got to use the shower. It was real nice.
Yeah.
I rented a jet ski.
That was fun. Crystal
Sick.
crashed it into the boat.
Oh no.
Somebody
No
else
damage.
flipped it off. Somebody else flipped the jet ski. We're not going to mention who, but we should. So on that tour, the van note, we should definitely, because I think we're obviously going to probably caravan it for the most part. I would imagine we should find some sick places to stop and just hang out and enjoy life for a minute.
Shit, maybe
Totally.
on one of our or both days off, maybe we should pull a fucking hemorrhage, dude. I could power a set through the van. Just pull up somewhere and fucking slam.
I was like, what do you mean hemorrhage?
Oh, yeah.
How do you
Hemorrhage,
pull
the
one?
band
I was like,
hemorrhage.
Well, off the side of the road,
Some
you're gonna have
medical.
minor.
That's
Which
another
they
thing that I didn't even mention earlier was with the amenities, dude. You could pull off and just fucking cook dinner and chill out, dude. Like,
It's funny, like Archspire recently did a video of them like cooking in the back of their trailer outside of a venue. Like, we're gonna do a video fucking full on down the freeway fucking cooking omelets, dude.
Bro.
Like, let's go.
how much money will you guys save doing that too? That's what
that's-
I'm saying.
That was my whole vision, is like, I'm gonna sacrifice before we go, and when we go, like, we're gonna stuff this fucking fridge, and we're not gonna have to make hella stops. We're not gonna have to spend hella money, and let's just fucking get it right from the get. Like,
I
Yeah,
think
you
the
don't
only-
want to be
Yeah, go
eating
ahead.
healthy too. That's another thing too. We're getting older, guys,
Oh,
dude.
man.
Drink your water and eat healthy while you're out there, and you won't get fucking sick. Everybody comes back from tour sick because you're living off
You just-
gas station food and fucking buyouts,
Yep.
dude, for
Yep.
pizza places and shit. You know?
That's another reason why this 6 weeks in these hotels is starting to fucking wear me down. So,
Right.
you know, but the only place I think I really want to stop and get like really good food is probably Texas.
yeah, for
really
sure.
Yeah, you got to
want, like-
barbecue out when you're out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I've never been. That's one of the places I'm most excited to go. A lot of the places we're going, like, I've never been to that state, so
Yeah.
I'm super stoked.
I'm excited this time because when we rolled through Texas last time, we didn't really get to stop just because we had the winter just chasing us everywhere we went. So it's like, all right, we got to get going now so that we don't get caught in fucking ice or snow or some shit somewhere. So there was really no time to chill out and just hang out and have fun. It's like, oh my God, we're actually going to have like normal fucking drives and do like see some
Do you guys
friends.
have days off at all during this?
We've got 1 day off right at the beginning, so that'll be on the 5th. So after we do Tacoma, we're going to be chilling out that day, and then we have Seattle on the 6th, and then we have a day off on the 12th in Texas. And our fill-in drummer lives out in that area, so he's like, "Oh, dudes, we can have a pool party and grill out and hang out." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, that sounds great."
A private
dude.
show too.
Mhm.
Both those days off, you guys can get some good stuff in.
Yeah.
You know?
It's unfortunate they're both Fridays, but we're still gonna whatever, dude. We're gonna have fun.
We're still booked on Saturdays.
Mm.
I feel like I was also kind of like interested in maybe putting it out there, like if anybody wants to come hang out with us at a bar or some shit, come meet us out. But I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
If there's anybody interested who wants to hang out with us, that'd be tight. But you know, we're on tour.
Right.
We're still cool. We're cool. We're humans, so come hang out.
Mhm.
So you know, yeah,
We're here to party.
yeah. Wait,
Um,
what are you guys driving, Kyle? I forgot.
Oh, we're taking the Devils of Loudon, Vance and Scott's other band's van, which we've taken out 2 other times before. The first time was on our winter tour when it died 30 minutes into our trip, and we had to get the RV like for a 4-day thing with Inanimate Existence and Flub, and it did fine. And I guess Ben, the keyboardist for Devils, he's in Singularity, and he just did a run with Symbolic and Flub as well.
Right.
And it-
Yeah.
Whole tour, and it was fine. So I'm hoping that it's not every other thing it fucking dies, but it's getting checked out. It should be fine. I'm hoping. My credit
Nice.
hoping, because if it isn't, then I guess it's emergency RV again. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Tours are way too easy when the van doesn't break down. Like It just makes it more interesting. Something has to go wrong. Otherwise, it's way too easy.
We've only had blown tires. We've never had a full breakdown.
Yeah.
Just tire blows.
It was
Those
fun.
are scary, man. Sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell
crazy,
you,
So
because
gnarly.
I work in automotive, and I was at the gas station. I was driving. I filled up, and I looked at the right rear tire, and I could see a separation happening in the van, and I was like, "This thing's gonna blow tonight, dude." But
Dude,
I
damn.
told everybody that, and I was like, "But it's my shift's over." So
Put a sticky note on there. Damn,
Troy,
Next up, you're fucked.
dude.
Troy I think it was Troy driving, and I said, "This is going to be the tire that blows out probably tonight, dude." But my head was on that side, and I, for some reason, didn't hear the explosion or anything. But I woke up. We were on the side of the road, and shit, you not,
Oh,
dude,
wow.
that fucking tire
Damn,
was
dude.
blown. And you rent something. We were renting from a bank. Well, maybe I shouldn't say the company since I just said their vehicle fucking failed us.
Nice, dude.
All right, we rented from some company, and because nobody had a van like that, so you guys are like, what is it? Oh shit, what was your name, dude? Petr.
Petr.
Sorry.
No, no worries.
Your situation is like something that after tour, you'll still be able to reap the benefits of what you're doing, dude. You know, renting, you just give it back to the fucking company, and you don't have a tour van again.
Dude,
Yeah. Honestly, like I want to see if it would make sense for me to build a few more of these and like I'd love to be able to afford to build a couple more and like rent them out to bands for as inexpensively as possible, and just be somebody to just help people get the fuck out there.
Right. No, that company actually was the second company, and both times, other than the fucking tire, everything was great. Dealing with them was great. I think that, and that was what that company was geared towards too, was smaller bands that are going out on tour, can't afford a tour bus. Here's a 15-passenger van, dude, and you got 2 TV screens. Oh, what up, PS2? Let's fucking Mortal Kombat tournaments, dude. Let's do this.
Sick. Just the disc is all.
We're taking a golf cart. Just like all of us are going to be on a golf cart going like, whew, it's going to be gnarly. The ominous golf cart.
The ominous.
You don't fit in golf carts, dude. You're like too tall for that shit.
We're just going to be hanging out the window. Just kind of.
It's like Flintstones, or like your legs are on the side. Yeah.
Joel's pedaling. He's pushing.
Dude, that'd be sick, dude. We're just gonna push all our gear.
A circus car, like the clown car with all the clowns coming out.
Hold up. I think Sam just brought something up I actually kind of wanted to talk about. Did he ask who did the flyer?
Oh,
It was like
that's
a group.
him. Sorry.
Yeah, he did.
Wasn't it like AI?
Yeah.
That was Casey Brand. He found some weird AI art generator before they blew up.
Whoa. Nice.
He put in as the prompt, but it just spit out that thing, and then I ran it through an AI art sharpener that was able to, like, it has like a weird algorithm, because when it spits it out, the art generator, it's in like, I don't know, it's like super low res, and it doesn't look very good. It's kind of fuzzy. So if you throw it into this sharpener thing, it'll make it look nice and crispy, but it'll have a stupid watermark. So I took the original one that Casey sent and the one that I sharpened, and I just threw it in Photoshop and got rid of the little watermark, and there it is.
Yes.
Yeah, so we got this artwork totally for free. A computer made it. The artwork can't, like, it asks you to put in a quote. We put in "shredding the virus," and this is what we got.
Yep. Great.
Shredding the virus, dude. And it actually, kind of is like meaningful in the current times. You guys are trying to shred the virus, dude. You're like, fuck the virus. I'm gonna go out there and shred it, bro.
I like to put the R in parentheses, so it's shedding as another option because you can like shed a virus means to like lose it, you know.
There you go.
So I kind of like
Nice.
the dual, but
Look
I
at
didn't.
The professor's coming with the positive twist on the thing, dude. I love it.
Another pro strat is to avoid saying virus in any ads that you're trying to run, because the second Facebook sees that you're saying anything about a
Dude.
virus, they're like, nope, we're going to slap a COVID warning on that, and then that's it. So
Have we ever gotten? No, we probably have never gotten that. Have we? No.
Dude, maybe.
That's
I
why
feel
we're
like
calling
it
it
might push
viruses.
it down
yeah,
in the algorithm. I don't know.
Once you get to 8Gs, then it's over.
Well, we seems like we're moving forward. So what up?
So I kind of want to wrap this up by like 10:15 in about 15 minutes because I have a
You don't wanna be-
state.
You don't have to tell us the
I'm
details,
out of,
bro. You
I'm out of
gotta.
beer, dude. Fuck.
guys,
No.
wasting my fucking
What's
time.
going on?
So I want to get to the only important thing that's left, which is how many people are bringing Magic the Gathering decks on this tour?
Oh, dude.
Let's go.
I'm
I
gonna
know-
bring like
Bringing his
a couple thousand. Do you guys play? Oh shit.
Vance does. Our
Dude.
drummer, him, have tried to get me to play, and I've kind of played, but I don't.
7G's
We're
got
gonna
an
teach
opponent,
you.
dude. 7G's
We're
got
gonna
an
teach you.
opponent, dude.
Let's go. Andrew Baird taught me how to play a few years ago, and I just kind of went down that rabbit hole. So I'm bringing a bunch of dicks.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
Bringing a bunch
I'm
of dicks.
about to-
I heard bringing a
Yes,
bunch of dicks.
bring a bunch of dicks.
Yeah.
You guys are all bringing a bunch of
Yeah,
dicks.
dude.
That's the whole fucking tour is bringing a bunch of dicks, dude.
We're all bringing multiple.
I've been obsessed with Magic this year, but only the arena game on my phone. So I'm about to invest in physical Magic for the purposes of playing on tour. So I need to know what format we're playing and what your decks
Commander.
are so I can strategize. Yeah. Okay.
I
So
have-
we need to
100
put together a
cards.
Commander deck.
This is
100
fucking
individual
fascinating,
cards.
bro. I'm fascinated by this right now because I never played this
Dude.
game, and I thought you were kind of pulling a fucking fast one real quick, and then all of a sudden, like, fools were serious. I knew that you were calling out 7Gs because 7Gs had the binder. I remember the binder.
Dude, we're
that
playing
was pulled out.
Pogs.
No, this is
Oh,
100%.
Pogs.
Oh, dude, if you guys were playing Pogs,
got-
dude,
Let's
I'd be
go,
hitting
Joel.
eBay up right
You're
now.
coming with
We'll
us.
go get all my slammers
Dude.
right now that I used to have as a
Dude.
kid, dude.
Fuck, you got
We got
Pogs,
space
Joel? You
on the
better bring
bus.
that shit.
It's going down.
Dude, I went to Pog conventions, bro. Back
Hey, funny story. Fucking
at Great
when I was,
America.
when I was like 6, dude, we were in like fucking Target or some shit, and I told my mom like, "Hey, I want to buy me these Pogs," and she was like, "No," and I had a fanny pack, so I just
Oh,
stuffed
shit.
all that shit in
This
my
man.
fanny
I
pack,
rock a
dude.
fanny pack still to this day, bro. But I wear it like a sling. I throw it in my back so nobody looks at me funny.
Yes. So we're driving
Damn.
away. We get like a block away, and I'm like checking out. What did I get? What did I get? And my mom turns around. And she's like, "You stole that shit?" She fucking took me back to Target, dude. Like,
Dude, you gotta learn your
you want
lesson,
to call
dude.
the cops on my
Fuck.
son? Like,
Damn, dude. We got to
Yeah.
play for like drink tickets. You know how the venue gives you like 5 drink
shit.
tickets?
That's what's
Like,
up,
pah,
dude.
throw down a pog.
That's what's up,
PBR.
dude. And you know, it's just those little raffle tickets. You know, nothing
Yeah,
that's
just
special
fucking-
about it.
Bias.
Dude, that's currency, bro. It's currency.
Dude, that's
like-
money.
it's like soups in jail, dude.
Dude, those drink
gamble
tickets,
with that
exactly
shit.
what it is, dude.
man, straight up.
Give me your cocktail. Fruit.
It's always the well whiskey or well beer, basically. It's
Can
gonna
run
be
off
like Coors Light.
in front of it.
Can I get a Jack Daniels? No, that's middle shelf, dude.
Oh yeah, that's too much. We can't do that. Dude.
I feel like we're forgetting something though. I feel like we're forgetting something, Joseph. Are we not forgetting something?
Oh, the ominous RV. I don't think you want to.
Oh,
Is that what
We're
RV.
gonna talk about that.
I don't know. It's just RV. It's sick. You know, it's an RV though. It's not like anything. It's like what you would
Gonna
get
be
from Cruise
sick.
America. Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
I
think-
just watched a video tour of it. It seems pretty cool to me. So I'm
It's
excited.
it's big. I think we're gonna have a lot of challenges keeping track of Adam, but it's gonna be fine.
Fuck, man.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be cool. We'll see what happens.
It's all
Uh,
good.
You know.
We'll put all
Is
of
that
your
what
stuff
we're forgetting, or
in the
No,
trail.
I feel like we're forgetting something else. I know. Well, you had a drum deal, didn't you?
oh yeah? Did you
whatever.
drop the second one yet?
No.
Okay, yeah. Let's drop the
Do
second
it.
one tomorrow.
So okay.
I don't have it. Well, I could actually pull it up. I can pull it up. Give me a
I
minute.
catch myself
You
fucking
guys-
slouching so much, dude. I try and like make sure that I keep the core going, dude. But I just realize I'm like fucking hunched over. Like, what?
Are you calling me out right now?
Oh,
No, I'm
Oh,
calling
Gremlin
me
style,
out, dude.
dude.
I'm, fucking, I'm feeling it, dude.
Gotta become a T-Rex.
On the topic of drummers for the tour, it's 3 fucking killer drummers. Well, I
Goddamn.
shouldn't say that about myself. That's it's
That's not untrue.
that was-
Sick as shit.
It's the best.
Mainly
That
me.
Joel's calling me out. He's calling me Surge.
That was not
I'm
humble.
not that Surge, dude.
Surge.
I am
It's,
this surge.
It's 3 killer drum sets, one of which I will be attempting. But Casey Brand is one of the sickest drummers, and he's going to be playing for Illucinus. And I'm very excited to watch that set every night. And then Aaron from the Zebellian Triangle, who put out a super sick debut like 2 weeks ago.
Very good.
I'm excited
What's
to
a
meet him.
Zebellian Triangle?
I don't know
They
what,
are.
but it's a symphonic death metal band as far as I know, and they're pretty sick.
They're pretty sick.
Zebellian is a word that I'm going to go look up after this.
Zebellian.
Zebellian. Sorry.
With an X.
With an X, yeah.
Okay.
I was
It's like
getting a bit of
Exhibit.
a Game of Thrones theme vibe because they have a song called Dracarys,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
but I don't know if that's like it's like a whole world like lore kind of thing for the whole band. But that singer Haley is fucking awesome.
She's really good.
Great singer, and they've been touring a little bit around Texas, getting their name out there. So props to them. I'm excited to network a little bit. So.
Yeah,
And
Aaron,
I'm pulling up my drum video. So
you should have sent the TikTok that he did. He played through one of our songs. I think it was the one that Mike
good.
from Guys of the Dead did when he was going to do this tour. And he did it on TikTok, though. And I was like, well, I'm 31 and I don't have TikTok. So,
Dude.
but it was sick. Like, fucking nailing
Yeah.
it. I know those songs are not easy. So,
Something about China, whatever, TikTok. I don't know. Fuck. That's all I got.
It's a phenomenon for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Cali Death TikTok.
I know. I'm saying like
Collab, dude.
7
gonna be
G on my
cracking.
wavelength, bro. I'm like, wait, should we do clips
Get on that
TikTok
shit,
right now, bro?
Dude. Millions of views waiting to
My-
happen.
My nephew's been
Ah,
slapping
dude,
Illucinus on there.
let's do it, dude. I'll take 7G's advice for sure.
Dude, got to get on that train while it's early.
Cheney Crab just shared a story of a screenshot of her TikTok that she just released, has 5.3 million views.
Jesus.
Is that
Yeah,
real? That's not real.
no, it is. I
Dude.
was
No.
Alex. I was jamming in the studio.
No.
a
There's
few
not
months
5.3
ago.
million people.
5.
What are you talking
Maybe,
about?
maybe it's a fucking market we don't know about, dude.
Maybe.
Dude.
Probiotic did one of the weird collab videos with the like some random drummer and that dude who's always screaming about shit happening to his food. And he
Oh,
like,
shit. That guy?
some shit and just some guy going, "No, don't unsyrup my pancake."
Dude, that sounds awesome. Damn. I got to check that out.
It's like, why the fuck am I
Oh,
wasting
shit.
so much time working on this shit?
Dude, this guy's.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Joel started a Cali Death TikTok, so you're good, right? You don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Just start sharing clips of everything
No,
that's already
just
been
throw
said.
clips on there, dude.
Yeah.
We just
Dude.
yeah, but that means we gotta like actually watch these things. I don't.
Oh, no.
That sounds terrible.
No, it doesn't. It really is like, all right, I experienced it and I remember most of it, depending on how much surge I got, but
Surge.
how surged I am. But no, it's like I experienced it, and also it's another thing too. Okay, watching yourself or listening
grow
to
from that.
yourself, you could, but how many of us actually want to
He's
listen to
quick.
ourselves talk, dude?
No, not at all.
And
No,
we
it's
do these
cringy.
things for like 3 hours. We're coming up on 2 hours on this one right now.
Yeah.
I've been on here for an hour, and I guarantee I don't want to hear myself talk after this. But I do like hearing you guys in the moment. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm having an experience with you guys. I'm broing down with you guys. I literally jumped on this thing because I was like, I want to hang out with the boys. You know,
Yeah,
I just did some shit. I'm here by myself right now. I got nothing else to do after that.
I'm fucking super stoked you hopped on, and I cannot wait to see you. I'm fucking stopping by tomorrow.
Yeah, Saturday's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Anthony Surge alert. We got a new one.
Dude.
That'll be a rare one because I don't even buy these things. I bought them because Joel always drinks them. I'm like, you know what? They got a blackberry flavor. I'm gonna try it. It's not bad, dude.
Isn't there like a Surge commercial with like Busta Rhymes on it from the 90s?
Shut the fuck up. Dude.
Remember that? Dude? That shit was sick. Busta Rhymes is on like a semi truck.
I have so many things to watch and listen to.
He's like, Surge.
Awesome.
Dude. Pull that
Busta
up,
Rhymes
Jamie.
was the shit, dude.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Busta. Dude, you gonna rap tonight?
Hell no. Come on, dude. After
Oh,
how
damn.
many? I'm not going to say it again because we said the word so many times. How many of these? No way, dude. I got no freestyles for you.
Sure,
Guys.
dude.
I need to be sober with a bunch of weed. So not sober, but we'll just be. Oh yeah, I forgot you do beats, bro. Like we need to talk, dude. Maybe we can
Dude.
fucking
Oh,
do a
dude.
collab on that, dude.
I got your album done. Dude, I got
It's
the
coming.
full album ready.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like for real. Like after I'm done writing this Odia shit, I want to go more hip hop again.
Dude, I'm down.
This is
Way to
like
just
fucking
take
your
over.
shit. I'm gonna show you me.
I could send you a couple beats. I got hella.
That's my boy.
Those snare gallons.
This man is crazy.
Yeah, that's the professor right there, guys.
Dude,
You guys are like
that was sick.
that brings me back to that golden era of when I was, like you guys really do touch on, like you harness it and you bring it into the new.
Hell
And
yeah.
that's what I've always thought about Ominous, dude, is like
Thank you. Fuck
this
yeah.
is like these are like the guys who are because Odious was the in-betweeners too. Like we were in between generations. I think that Ominous kind of was in between a little bit too. So it's like you were the baton pass from the UL,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
unique leadership, dude.
Yep.
It really was the baton pass to make sure that like that goes forward.
Because again, you're in two of the most influential bands for me. Now,
Same.
for some reason, a part of one of them, but it's cute. It's cool.
Yeah, dude. No, we didn't even talk about that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Alex is my guitar player now, and Odious, dude. What up? And
What
by
up?
the way, guys,
Yeah.
that shit sounded fucking so good.
It
It's
sounds
gonna
so
be
Yeah.
it's gonna be the best sounding Odious album for sure. And I'm
Hell
right,
yeah,
and
thank
it's
you.
getting weird. And now that I got more alone time too, I mean, just full disclosure, I'm in my house by myself. I'm selling this bitch. I'm out of here.
No shit.
Yeah. And my family's up in Rockland with my parents right now, so I'm just hanging out with them on the weekends right now. I'm getting this place ready to sell it, dude. And
Fuck.
no, it's all good because I got in at the right time and I'm getting out at the right time.
Yeah.
So, but now I have open time after I'm done with the shit that I'm doing around here. Tonight I'm focusing on the podcast, hanging out with you guys. But now I have writing time and it's getting weird. It's getting weird, guys.
Nice, dude.
I love
It's
it.
getting weird, dude.
I love weird.
Yes, but yeah, so that's going to be my contribution to that. Alex has done his contribution so far, and it is blowing us away.
Oh, yeah.
Casey's contribution already is like, what the fuck? and it's just all these what the fuck moments with the Odia shit, dude. So You guys are going to be stoked if you're an Odious fan. You're going to be
Dog.
very stoked.
Long time Odious fan.
So to answer, we'll get to that in a second. To answer Sam's question, Andrew was not necessarily part of the band. Andrew just did a playthrough for us. He did a couple playthroughs for us, and he also recorded Amidst Voices That Echo in Stone. So we paid him to record that album before, and that was mostly Petr and Adam and Mitch's idea. I kind of was sort of against it, but I love Andrew to death. I had no problem with paying him to do drums for that. But I was more so of the mindset that we weren't going to kind of take this to the next level because of, long story short, like a lot of you have to essentially turn this into a job once you kind of like go the record label route and kind of do all that stuff. And then I kind of didn't have a whole lot of confidence that everyone would do that. And now here we are, though. So they blew my mind. They passed me through and just got everything, through the stars. Shut the fuck up, Joel.
At the very end, Joel.
I know. I was going to drop my phone right last second.
2 hours.
It just laughs.
No,
Wait.
I saw he said 8:50. He said 10:15. So I was going to say the last second I was going to show up like, hey, what up? I fucking watched the whole thing. I actually had a good time watching it. You guys are fucking awesome. Looking forward to the tour. Anthony got surged. He can't handle surges. He's just a normal White Claw.
I did not lose control of anything tonight, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. I get 8 to 10 down an episode. And we're good.
Dude, you're still like you're a college guy. Neither of us went to college, dude.
Whatever, dude. I'm growing tits, and I'm just fucking, I'm living my best life.
So on the topic of the Odious Mortem shit, have you finished the bass yet or no?
No, actually, I'm doing the all run right now. No, I haven't.
Oh.
No, I've gotten like 4 songs done.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like half done, but like that shit's fucking bananas, dude. I'm gonna quit when it's done. I'm just kidding. But no, it's like the hardest shit. Like, I mean, because Casey took a bunch of our stuff and like it's bananas. Like over the years and like kind of like he arranged it into a bunch of we had like ideas and stuff, but he like arranged it. He had like during COVID, he just arranged a bunch of our old ideas into songs, and then would change them about
with new ideas too, and Carrie.
Oh yeah, new ideas too, for sure. Oh yeah, Carrie, fucking yeah. Alex, talk about Carrie's song. How much you love that one to play it live. We're gonna play it live.
I told him, like, I walked up to him at the bar and I was like, I got a bone to pick with you.
You're talking about mucking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not happening live ever.
It's my favorite song on this fucking shit.
It might be one of my favorites too. However, just knowing what it took me to record that and how many times I had to punch in, I was like, fuck that song. This is bullshit.
It's so good, though. Man.
It is.
And by the way, we're using faux names, so you guys don't know what song. Much remarkable, dude.
Yeah, it's Mucky. Oh, dude. Since me and Carrie were kids, we'd just come up with like the worst names for songs and just like send files to each other, and they'd just be the song names. And then we'd get a singer involved. Like, okay, well, let's like actually make this like a thing that actually makes sense, like or like has meaning to it. Not like there was a. Spicy Dragon was a big joke. Like, we were like, Spicy Dragon, dude. Let's play Spicy. Like,
and then
fuck, that means nothing.
Stan the Banana said we got Sentient Banana, too.
Sentient Banana. Yep. There's, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, actually, there was, there's been ones that we've, like, actually, like, made stick through. And, yeah, nice.
Oh, yeah. Spirit Hole. Spirit Hole.
It was Spirit Joel. Stayed. Like, yeah. Spirit Joel as a joke from, Casey. And then Spirit Hole was, like, a joke. And we're like, let's just keep it. And Cave Dweller, too. Cave Dweller was a joke, too. Yeah. And it was all a joke. And we just like, well, that sounds actually kind of cool. Let's write a story about it.
You want to know what's really crazy? I'll give you a little side note with Spirit Hole.
It's 10:15, by the way. Sorry.
All right, sorry. I'm going to do it real quick. That's the DMT song. That's the DMT song, dude. That was my DMT experience, Spirit Hole. And I literally, the first time I did DMT, I was at a hole looking into the spirit world. And I didn't fully go through the hole. And the second time I fucking thrusted through that hole, but I always called that the spirit.
That's why I have so many fucking kids.
Come on, can I?
But
what up? I'm not gonna deny that. I thrusted into the spirit hole and came out with 3 children. All right.
I mean, fuck yeah. I think we should end this with that fucking playthrough again. From Petr, that was fucking sick. It got a little choppy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
there's some weird going on with that. I did notice that too. Sorry.
So
if
I have a request, that would be
And he's gone.
Oh, shit.
Did he really? He's a fucking dick.
I can bring him back and take him
Oh,
away.
he's back.
Nah, he's
Oh,
trying
he's
to
got
take his
Joseph's
headphones
got
off.
control. He can do that easily. I'm just
Yeah, fuck you, Joel.
Jesus.
fuck yeah.
I thought he
So
bounced.
it was really good to have you guys on the podcast. I really fucking
Oh,
had
shit.
a great time
This man.
listening the whole time. I was
just
running the
took
chat
over.
the whole time, and no, actually, no, it was really cool.
Nah, you're
Actually, you
killing
guys,
it in the chat, bro. I could see that. You were in there
Yeah.
all the time.
I had a really good time.
Now we
I had
got
a really good time.
Oh, we don't have a full Brady Bunch. Casey's missing in that
Jesus,
little.
there's too many
bottom
cooks in the
right corner.
kitchen right here, so I'll be
No, it
quiet. But
isn't, dude. Come on. Now.
All right, yeah, let's wrap it up with I
Cali
wanted to
Death, by the
play
way, Cali
through-
Death. Can we do a Cali Death? Paul Masvidal from Cynic Thursday. We
Oh,
got. Let's
shit,
promote
2
that a little
days
bit. So we
from
got
now, dude.
Paul Masvidal from Cynic. That's where I'm
That's
nerding
sick.
out about that,
We-
so I can't fucking wait. So tune in
I'm
on
so
Thursday,
excited for this.
7 p.m. Pacific.
Mhm.
I
All right,
won't
anyways,
be
that's my-
surged.
Nice.
I'm not gonna get surged for that.
I'm
one,
gonna be
dude.
fucking surging.
You're gonna be surging.
I'm
Fuck,
gonna be
dude.
losing my shit. I'm
Nah,
trying to
dude,
fucking
you
cry.
gotta stay in it. Yeah, I actually have told myself that too.
You can do it
I
right
don't
now.
know
dude.
if I want to cry. Okay, front and center. I don't want to cry.
Quiet, come in. Surge alert.
No, yeah, I'm not drinking surges, but I'm drinking.
What are you drinking? Whiskey?
Yeah, close. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
a little more loose than usual. But anyways,
Here we go,
let's
guys.
get back to
You
the
got
ominous,
a
the fucking
cocktail.
tour. The tour, fucking everyone, check out that fucking tour. We're so
Yes.
stoked you guys like put the fucking logo on there and fucking.
Not just that. I'm just stoked they're going out there and fucking doing their thing, dude.
I'm stoked that we can fucking like talk about it though and be like,
Yeah.
hey, like this podcast is this, so this week it's
This
gonna be
is the
Fort Worth to
plug.
San
This is gonna
Antonio,
be
El
a plug.
Paso. Check it out. Yeah. I'm stoked
It's
on
gonna
that to
be a
kind of like
plug.
help out.
Oh, damn.
Every time that
Don't fucking
we're doing an episode while they're on the road, this is going to be a plug.
Fuck
Yep.
yeah, much
Taking that shit
appreciated.
seriously.
That's so
Hell
sweet.
yeah.
Thank you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Thank
That's
you
what
guys.
we're about. We're about
Right,
helping out
you
like
guys-
our
you
friends
and-
and bands in the genre that are fucking doing the thing. Like, let's fucking get people to come to these shows. The fucking sick underground bands that are doing shit that's like way sicker than the fucking big bands.
Right.
So let's fucking promote that. That's like
Let's
if we can get
support,
one thing out of
dude.
the podcast, fuck, let's do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Hell yeah.
These
Hell yeah,
are
Derek.
the artists we want to be propped up, dude. There
Fuck
it is.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's sick.
Boom.
Cool, guys. All right. Well, with that, thanks to everyone who tuned in. Come watch Paul Masvidal here on Thursday, and thanks to Kyle, Alex, and Petropolis. I'm just gonna go with that because I'm reading it. Down there. Thanks to Anthony and both Joels for chiming in, hopping
Yeah.
in, and hanging out, and making this a fucking really fun Tuesday.
It was.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
7
and
p.m.
I'm gonna go home.
PST on the Masvidal episode.
Yes.
One surge deep.
Fucking- All right. I love you guys. I love you too. No, let's do pre-pod, post-pod.
Let's do pre-pod, dude. Let's get in that time
All right.
machine. We'll do a
All
pre-pod.
right.
Free prod.
Let's post-pod
I
for a
have
second.
no outro video, and I'm not gonna.
Can
send
you
other
can you
people
leave
anywhere.
us on, Joseph, if you need to leave for the
I'm just gonna
post-pod?
hit the end broadcast button. That's all.
That's
No.
you've done that before. I was just talking about that earlier.
I-
You the one time we were on tour with, or not tour, Jesus, on a podcast with Origin, and Joseph just like jumps in, and is like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" with his phone, and it's me and Anthony interviewing Paul from Origin, and then he's like, "All right, I'm out of here," and just hits end broadcast in the middle, and just ends the whole fucking broadcast.
Oh, damn.
But we jumped right back on. We we're all scrambling. It was fine. Like everyone showed back
Yeah,
up.
we
It was
worked it
fucking
out, yeah.
hilarious.
Okay,
I was
okay.
cracking up
Okay.
so hard.
Wait, what do I press then? Do I just?
I got you. I got. What do you want to just?
Joel took over.
I got. No, I got you.
Do
All right,
it.
guys.
so
Rating
you guys
anybody?
can stay.
Does anybody need
Yeah.
to be rated? Joel's got it.
Oh shit. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
At the very end. Sick. Let's do that now. Oh yeah. Anyways.
dude.
Yeah. Fuck it. I missed it. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Fucking.
All right, yeah.
I love the fucking pod. I watched it.
Dude,
It was
this was
like typing.
fun.
Had a great
I-
time watching it. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Good stories from all you guys, and looking forward to catch you guys live.
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Mm.